Friends, welcome to Play Shift.
Hello.
Hey everybody. Welcome. Yeah. The Lorecasters presents Play Shift. We're doing Daggerheart this time. Hello.
Thanks.
So, before we start, I just want to give a quick freaking massive shout out to Bobby, aka Bleon. Oh my god. For being an incredible patron. We have some episodes of Lorecaster coming out soon. You're going to hear his name on there too, so that's exciting. So thank you so much, Bobby. You are unbelievable. Also,
we love you, Bobby.
Shout out. Yes,
Love
we
you.
absolutely do. Shout out for the stream, Mayunk. Thank you so much. Oh my god.
Yeah, shout out my friend Mayon. We love you, bud.
We love you. Yeah. We have. If you want to check out our Patreon, we have our link tree linked in the Twitch. It's like right below the screen, so you can
We make it easy on
Patreon
you.
if you want. Yeah, Lorecasters.com. Anyways, it is going to be Carter running this game, so we'll throw it over to him. Carter.
Cool. Hi, folks. I'm just absolutely in love with Daggerheart and a lot of stuff that Critical Role kind of puts out there. So when I heard that they were making a game, I was super excited for it. I actually ran some playtests of this over at our local brewery where we play D&D together in a big community. I ran a good handful of these playtest games, ran a bunch at home, and very excited with the final product that came out. So I have been waiting to kind of play this game with friends, and I thought, what better way to kind of kick off what I hope to be a long home game that people can kind of come in and out through, where it doesn't have to be the same kind of crew of people every week, kind of the Battle Mage style that we play, that we know and love. So this is kind of a little prelude to that, to kind of give us all a taste of what Daggerheart is. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go around and we're going to do a little fun session 0 where we do character creation, where we kind of build aspects of this world together, and then we'll play out a couple of little scenes, little scenarios to kind of dig into the mechanics of Daggerheart and show how it really balances the fun RP, where we're all talking, riffing bits, having fun, and the dynamic combat as well. Initiative-less combat, which is a big highlight for Daggerheart. You don't have to wait. You're not sitting on your phone waiting for your turn. You can kind of jump in whenever, but that's the kind of fun part about Daggerheart is that it leans into the trust that you build at the table, where one character isn't always shining. Everybody is always sharing that spotlight back and forth. And that's especially true for the GM and the players. Yeah.
Sorry, thanks for the 3
thanks for the Prime,
Nate. Thank you.
Hell yeah, Nate. Thank you.
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah, so we'll jump in here and I'll kind of go over a little bit of what Daggerheart is for those at home, and then we'll jump into some character creation. So Daggerheart, where it kind of is different, kind of see your 2d12s. Daggerheart is a 2d12 dice system. I don't have 2d12s in front of me as the GM because I am going to be using a d20. So you use your 2d12s of 2 different colors. One is a hope die and one is a fear die. And you roll those 2 together. You always total the score, and then whether you roll with hope being the higher die or fear being the higher die, has narrative consequences. So if you're rolling with hope, you get to gain a resource called hope, of which you can have 6 at any time. Or if you roll with fear, then I, as the GM, get a token called a fear, which I can use to kind of change the story, to kind of up the stakes, up the tempo of what the players are doing, or tick something down behind the screen that they don't know about. So that's kind of the mechanics of the game, where hope and fear are kind of these shared aspects that drive the story forward. And the more fear I collect, obviously, the more consequences the party has to overcome and encounter. So those are the basics of it. It's a standard TTRPG. Other than that, you've got your modifiers that you're adding to these rolls. We've got your standard action rolls that you're gaining hope and fear on, and you've got your reaction rolls, which are just you reacting to the things that are happening. Those rolls you don't gain hope and fear on. We'll get more into the nitty gritty of the mechanics, but just wanted to let you know that we'll be running. The players will be rolling these 2d12s, and I, as the GM, will be rolling just a standard d20 here. You can see these are the new Daggerheart dice from Critical Role. They've got the Daggerheart logo there. It's never going to focus, but it's very cool, and they're very pretty dice. check them out.
Influencer,
okay, with that, oh, there we go. Yeah, so these are the D12s, also Critical Role D12s. We're not sponsored.
Oh my god!
They just get all my paycheck every month. Yeah, hard to see, but little Daggerheart logo there.
And I'm literally obsessed.
And we got the Daggerheart core rules behind us there to show off. Vex is obviously helping with the
tap on the dice too.
Oh no, not
oh
the
yeah,
ASMR.
a little ASMR.
No, I hate it.
But with that, who's excited to kind of share their character vibes? We'll kind of do one round of everybody going saying who their character is, what their backgrounds and ancestries are, or sorry, their communities and their ancestries. And then you're in your class and subclass as well. And then once everybody's gone around and introduced their character, we'll do 3 background questions for everybody else that helps you kind of solidify who your character is. And then we'll do 3 connections questions for everybody as well. So if anyone would like to start and jump in with their character name and concept, go ahead and jump in.
I can start us off, but I'm going to need help on one thing.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Danny. I'm playing a halfling, surprising absolutely no one. But I'm also going to play a ranger. I'm playing a halfling ranger with an animal best friend. I need help creating the animal.
Ooh.
Okay. Fun.
Big fan of otters.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling kind of birdie.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love a bird.
My favorite bird of prey is an American kestrel because it's the smallest bird of prey.
They are really cute.
Cool.
They're
Yeah.
really
So
cute and they have colorfuls. They're like red and blue and white and black.
Ooh.
Definitely was not thinking a bird of prey. I was thinking a messenger pigeon.
Mm-hmm. More of an agnostic bird. Yeah.
Yeah. Shut up, Carter.
This bird don't pray.
Oh my god!
Wait. That's so... It's so dumb it's good.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
Because I was thinking...
You're not a bird of prey, you're a bird of slay.
A sleigh. Happy Pride, everyone.
Happy Pride!
So I was thinking my ranger... There's a really silly... Not really silly, but idea I've been wanting to play for a minute of just like a little mail carrier who goes from like town to town, like through the wilderness.
What about a female carrier?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
True.
what about a non-binary carrier?
Ooh, yes.
But a little mailman that goes from like village to village, town to town, delivering packages of mail. And what better than a messenger pigeon to be his friend?
I love a little messenger pigeon. Does the messenger pigeon talk? Do they have a little personality?
I can talk to the animal.
You can talk to the
animals because obviously that's what I'm going to pick.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to like put experiences and stuff for my companion and pick a weapon.
Yes.
He's a messenger bird during the war.
Yeah, that's another fun part that I will highlight. Critical Role. Daggerheart has this awesome thing called experiences. These are additional bonuses that you get to add to a roll by expending hope. And that experience should be in line with like the action that is taking place. So if your character is like a monk and they're really cool at like acrobatics and stuff, your experience could be something like dope monk shit. And you get to spend a hope, and you get to add like a +2. You all start with a +2 experience. I believe 2 +2 experiences. And by spending a hope, you can add that +2 to a roll, as long as we agree that experience applies to that situation.
So do we want to do my companion?
For something like a ranger, what experience might you have?
Should we do the experiences like my companion's experiences once we do everyone's?
Yeah. Let's do companion experience.
That's smart.
Okay. Then yeah,
Everyone
that's me.
else's experience. So maybe we'll do character connection and background questions. We'll do 3. You might have missed that. Which of the 2 ranger classes did you pick?
Beastbound. So that way I have an animal.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because that's the one. Right. Cool.
Boy.
Awesome.
That's
so that's Danny.
Cool.
Okay. I'll go.
Go ahead, Brina. Yeah.
I made a highborn fairy sorcerer with elemental origin.
Cool. Yeah. So kind of like a primal or like a primordial kind of sorcerer tapping into
I was
that
thinking
elemental.
like some sort of like sorcerer that's also a fairy, but also like is like a noblewoman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, so like a highborn sorcerer.
Yeah,
It's a fairy.
highborn
Mhm.
sorcerer.
Yeah. I was saying
Okay.
that the power is primordial in essence. Like it's like an elemental, right?
Sure, yeah.
So where do you think your power comes from?
Within.
Just within, yeah. do you
Yeah.
do you think you know about this power, or do you think it's like something that like you got teen wolfed and you woke up one day with like
I think
powers?
I knew I had this. Like, I think it was like, I think I got like old money, you know?
You think your family's had this magic in this
Yeah.
bloodline for a while?
Yeah.
Cool, good to know.
I got like old money vibes.
You come from
Like
What do you mean,
mobster wife, but I'm
paid
not
for your
married.
Powers?
No.
they probably have money
Like
because they have
maybe
power.
perhaps my family didn't use it for good, but then like I was the one that was like, I don't know. I was like, oh, I should use my money and power for good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That sounds like we'll get into that during the character creation or during the connections questions. Sick. So that's do you have a name for your character yet?
No, I have 3 that I found. Agelay, Windy, and Briara.
Briara. Ooh, that's cool.
Like Briar. Like
Yeah.
that Briar, but Briara.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool. Those are fun. Yeah, I'm sure we'll solidify as we enter the questions.
Like WYNDI,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm a fire elemental, not air.
Yeah.
I feel like Windy should be safe for somebody with like air powers.
Yeah. You still need wind to power the fire, though. So.
Yeah, but like I feel like it's like, oh, you're windy. That's cool. Like you
Mhm.
know,
Well, you
give me a little fan, give me a little wind. And
also
then
don't
it's
want to
like,
be ember,
fire.
like ember in your fire.
I don't know.
I ate at Wendy's today.
Sick. You got to get your Wendy's. This is brought to you. This episode of Play Shift is brought to you by Wendy's.
Windy.
Yeah, Wendy.
Yeah. I was telling Carter, I kind of think I need the world first before I do like everything else, but that's just me.
Yeah. We'll flesh out the world a little bit more. I wanted to kind of see where you guys were thinking about, what kind of characters you wanted to bring, and then we can kind of go through some of these modules a little bit. These not modules, campaign frames that Daggerheart has, and then we can kind of see if one sticks out, and then we can run a couple of scenes in one of those kind of campaign frames towards the end of this. Cool. That is Abrina, TB named.
Name pending.
Name pending.
Who's next?
Chris or Ken's?
Sure, I'll go. I came into this with nothing planned because my favorite part about Daggerheart is you figure out your character during this part.
Yeah.
Except for I knew I wanted to play a Seraph. So looking at Seraph, my 2 options are Divine Wielder and Winged Sentinel. The Divine Wielder basically gets a legendary weapon, and the Winged Sentinel can fly around and smack from the sky. This is feeling a lot more paladin-y than I thought. I was thinking like cleric,
It is giving paladin.
but this feels very paladin-y. But then there's also Guardian, which is
Oh no.
paladin-y, right? But yeah, I'm gonna go Seraph.
Yeah.
It might be cool to go Winged Sentinel.
Yeah, it's kind of both. It's kind of a
Oh, okay.
yeah. You do have for like winged characters or like people that fly. You do have a fairy who flies. I don't know if anybody else flies yet.
My bird.
Your bird flies. Yes, can't forget about the
We're playing
bird.
a bunch of birds. We're playing a bunch of angels. The people at
Mhm.
Battle Mage would hate us.
Yes, yeah.
Why?
Big turn because the whole Raziel thing was revealed.
Oh yeah. I've been new though. I've been new.
Nice.
You knew?
I knew.
Jesse.
I have to rant to somebody at the end of the day about it, right?
But yeah, I think we're gonna go Winged Sentinel. So
Yeah.
let me select that class. I'm building it on Daggerheart Nexus on Demiplane.
Yeah,
So go.
yeah. It's a cool part about Daggerheart is that they have like the cards, the physical cards, which are kind of in the box over there. But most of us are using the Daggerheart Nexus on Demiplane. So it's got everything there for you. You can just build and click it all out. It's a very fun character creator. Check it out. Cool. So we got a winged sentinel, Seraph. Awesome. And no name yet.
Sorry, excuse me. Yeah,
Michael.
no name yet. I think I'm gonna go Fearbolg for Ancestry.
Okay.
Which they're cool because they're unshakable. So when I would mark a stress, I can roll a d6, and there's a 1 in 6 chance I just don't get that stress. So I'm like calm and collected.
Hey, let's go check out Fearbolg. I've got this open. Might as well check it out.
And the only thing holding me back from Fearbolg was the charge ability, because it takes you from like far or very, very far range into one or more targets. You can smack into them and deal damage to everybody, which I was like, ooh, that's not going to be good for my cleric. But turns out, apparently they are good at that. So I can fly up and then smash down. So that sounds fun.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Very winged sentinel. Very
And
cool.
then for
I love
immunity-
this. Like you get a D6 whenever you would mark stress. That's awesome.
Yeah, I can just maybe not take any stress.
Yep.
And then for community, I think I'm gonna go Loreborn. I'm thinking my character like grew up, maybe also like a little highborn, but like grew up as like a doctor, was maybe like a younger son of nobles and was sent to like become a academic and learned how to like do medicine and stuff. So I think I'm taking a Loreborn.
That's awesome.
Which
Yeah,
gets
this
me
beautiful
good
art
at-
here for Loreborn.
Yeah. That gets me good at history, culture, and politics. So I have advantage on those rolls.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, so you just know stuff.
Yeah.
Well read.
You be no one stuff.
I
Your name could be something like Wiki.
Oh,
Wikipedia.
yeah, totally.
Wikiel.
Ooh, Wikiel is not a terrible name. I like that.
Like
Wikiel.
Wiki and Michael.
Wiki.
Hey, so
No, like
cute.
Wiki.
Michael.
My name is Weichel.
Yeah. It would be Michael, yeah.
Michael.
Michael.
Wiki Michael.
Lovely.
Weichel.
What other angels are there?
It'll be something like
Tons angels.
Is Michael the most famous angel? Is he even an angel?
Yeah, there's
Okay,
Michael. There's tons of angels. I think Michael's an angel. I know Gabriel. Usually angels are like EL.
I think
Wikiel.
Lucifer is the most famous angel.
There
Charlie
you go.
are
That'll
the
do
most
it.
famous angels.
Loki, he fell off.
Charlie.
Loki, he fell.
Fuck up, man. Can I curse on this?
Yes.
Okay.
You are allowed. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, that's
Let it
that's
loose,
all I
huh?
got so far. That is the
That's a winged sentinel.
extent of what I planned,
Sick.
and most of that was made up in the
Yeah.
spot too.
Awesome. Kens, what you got cooking?
Can
You're back.
you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not picking up my microphone, I don't think. I'm pretty sure this is through my AirPods, so I'll try to figure that out later. I did the thing where it connected my phone to the camera and disconnected the microphone.
Oh, lovely.
And then I
Fun.
haven't been able to find it again. Oh. Hey guys.
I hear you, friend.
Okay, great. That's good.
Yeah,
I
we-
am playing
For some reason, we're having some tech issues, so this is a
just and when he says we, he means me, which is
it's all of us.
We.
Yeah, we as
yes,
in
a family. So I am playing a bard, and I went with the troubadour. But she's a musician, thinking, and just stuck with the stats that they suggested. So 0 agility, -1 strength. You don't have to be strong when you're good at performing.
That's true.
Yeah. Why be strong
Yes.
if hot?
Exactly. +1 finesse, 0 instinct, +2 presence, and +1 knowledge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
We're
I
just
decided,
scrolling through the bard here on the screen. You can see some of their abilities as I kind of scroll over.
there's some good ones. It's a very like art character. Love that. RP heavy. Love an RP.
Yeah.
And then I was also thinking Highborn, but if we're like looking for different things, I can do I think Wanderborn would be really fun. Like because
Ooh,
she's
yeah,
traveling all
Wanderborn's
over,
fun.
like touring and everything. And when I played Wanderborn before, it was amazing. So I'd happily do that again.
I don't mind if you're also a highborn, but if we're looking for diversity, that's cool too.
Yeah.
Both be
I'm not gonna
nobles.
gatekeep being born.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a part in the rulebook that actually specifies that, like, because it does come with a limited deck, and you can always print more cards. They have that free for you to download and print more cards. But they do stress, they're like, hey, you should, there's multiple cards, so you should try to do different things. So it does, Daggerheart does like ask you to like lean into kind of the diversity of all of these abilities, but that's not to say that you can't share classes and abilities and backgrounds and stuff. So
sure. I'll go with Wanderborn. She'll be a wandering troubadour. And then for my ancestry, I went fawn.
So
Oh,
cute.
we love a fawn. I love this community feature for Wanderborn. It's just like I reach into my bag and I pull out something mundane but still useful.
So fun.
That's really cool.
I love Wanderborn.
Like, oh yes, I have a crowbar. Yes, I do have a beer keg tapping kit. Like,
Exactly. And I think it used to be different in like one of the like playtest version.
yes, I think. Yeah,
It was OP. It was OP. Which makes
it was. I believe this one was like you get to like choose like every day you get to choose which other community's ability you would like to use, and that was just pretty nuts.
So awesome. It was great.
Yeah.
It was so fun. But yeah, it was OP.
And then for Ancestry, you said
Fawn.
fawn, right?
Yes.
See some of the beautiful fawn art here. You can see some of their Ancestry
cute.
features that you get.
Hmm.
What does your fawn look like?
I just picture Chance. So so she's got like very similar to those pictures. She's got the like curling ram's horns. And in this scenario, we'll say she's got like a blonde hair that's like bubblegum pink on the end. Bright green eyes.
Baby Spice Fawn.
I love a pop star
absolutely.
fawn.
She has horseshoes attached to her platform horseshoes. Attached to
Oh
her
my
hook.
gosh, of course she does.
Mhm.
Of course she does.
Maybe you're a Wanderborn because you're always on tour.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's a cutie. She's got blonde hair on her legs as well. And yeah, definitely wearing platforms. They're like white leather.
Very cool. Do you have a name in mind yet?
I do. So my name is Jillian Benet. But to my fans, I'm Jelly Bean.
Jelly bean?
Jelly bean. I like that.
Jelly
I'm sorry.
Bean.
Jillian Benet Ramsey because of the ram horns and obviously John Benet Ramsey.
not Benet Ramsey.
No.
The Rams horns do. That does kind of
Rams
bring it
horns,
together.
Jillian Benet
It does.
Ramshorn?
Yeah, okay. Yep, I'm changing my name to that. Oh, but it is
Ramsey?
tragic. May she rest in peace.
Not to make fun of the dead, obviously.
No, obviously.
Right. We support
Respectful.
a queen. We love
John
a queen.
Benet Ramsey is a very famous cold case murderer. Yes, it's very depressing and something that we won't spend much more time on here at Lorecasters.
No.
Yeah, stick around for the after show. We're gonna get into it.
Yes, the true crime part is after dark. So join us after 9:30, and then we'll get into the
Yes.
true crime campaign, where we solve cold case murders here on Lorecaster's Daggerheart. All right, cool. I think that's everybody's characters. Let's jump into this part. I like kind of dedicating our own spot to this, but let's go into experiences. What experiences, and we'll kind of go in the same order that we started with. So, Danny, if you'd like to start off, and we can kind of brainstorm, we can kind of pitch it back and forth to each other. We can popcorn even. But you both, everyone is going to start off with 2 experiences. They are something that you come up with on your own, and you get a +2 to each of those. So we'll get into those questions next.
We're doing questions or experience?
We're going to be doing experiences. So you can come up with like a blurb or like a word or a phrase that encapsulates something about your character's history, their experience, their background, and like what they would be good at. So if they're really good at like schmoozing in like a party, if you're like a highborn, you might be good at like, talking to other highborn folk. You might have like ins. You might have like good connections with people. Like an experience could be like, I know a guy, and it could be like a +2, and it could be to like finding things or to solving, answering questions. Like, oh yeah, I got a guy for that. So that's just an example of one.
That's actually kind of where I was thinking to go for one of mine.
Mhm.
Since I deliver mail and packages and messages and things like that to people around in like different villages, I know people. I know the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker in every town. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Candlestick
I
maker.
know, highborn and lowborn. I just know people. Whoever needs packages delivered, I'm your guy. So
Mhm.
I know people. I know where they live. Non-threatening.
Maybe been there, done that. Could be like a could be like a title for the experience.
Yeah. Okay. And like the experience, it's like where like if I were to like make a roll using that experience, for example, would it be for like I know a person, let's go find them, or like I know you because and like roll for like a persuasion? Like, is that how these work?
Yeah, so these are all experiences. Mechanically, you spend one of your hope, and you have to have a hope to use it, right?
Okay.
So you spend one of your hopes, and you can add the +2 of the experience, and then as long as the GM agrees that that is applicable, you can add that to the roll, and then that's all you need to do for that.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just your friendly neighborhood mailman.
That's so cute.
Yeah, love a mailman.
What's your sorry.
Friendly neighborhood mailman? I was gonna say is even a great, yeah.
But that's what I'm naming it.
Love it.
Because everyone knows our mailman. We give ours to Miles every year. Whenever
Aw.
we make them, we always make a special badge for our mailman.
Yeah, support your local mailman.
What's your like weapon for that? Like what does that look like? Are you like a fighter? Like what's
Since I'm a ranger, I have a short sword. But I also have a small knife that is an envelope opener.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And then I have a shield that attaches to my backpack that has everyone's like packages and stuff in it.
Lovely. That's awesome.
Maybe my animal companion isn't a bird. Maybe it's someone like something I can like ride and like attach more bags to.
Ooh, like one of those big tortoises.
Or like a boar.
Ooh,
A boar, yeah.
Or like a big like bird raptor thing. Like an ostrich.
Yeah, it could be like a chocobo, kind of like a large 2-legged bird.
That could be cute. Can I have a chocobo?
And when it lays its eggs, there's a package inside when it cracks open.
Shut the fuck up.
So yeah, my first one is friendly neighborhood mailman. We'll figure out other ones if other people want to go.
Cool. Yeah. If anyone else wants to go, do you, anybody else have any experiences in mind?
I want to build on the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, it's good. You're good.
Go ahead, Chris.
Okay, I would like to build on the kind of he knows stuff. So I'm gonna say wine bar trivia champion. So like he just knows a lot of shit.
Oops.
And he knows why your gateway timed out.
Yes. Not able to get there quite yet. It just doesn't like that I'm trying to play the game.
No.
But yeah, go ahead and continue, Chris. I'll close this for now until we get that sorted.
That's about it. He just knows shit. Like he, yeah, has studied a lot. He's like has a ton of experience in like doing research projects. Knows his way around a library, but also is just like good at memorizing things.
Great.
So wine bar trivia champ.
Wine bar trivia champ. I love that. That's really good. Yeah, it's in the vein of like my favorite Daggerheart experience that I've ever heard. Chris came up with in a playtest game, and it was wide as an ocean, deep as a pond. And it was like he's like I have very like high level like trivia knowledge about things, kind of like in a similar vein. But I do not know. I know a little about a lot. Is kind of what the vibe was.
Yeah, and I called it that.
And that was really fun.
All of Glump's things were very like water based. So like his other experience was oh my god, my mind is blanking on the word. Where you sneak onto a boat, stowaway. So like he's
yeah.
He's good at like sneaking onto boats or like dealing with ships or stuff like that, like being sneaky and
yeah. Just one of my favorite parts about the playtesting was coming up with those experiences. That was so fun.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
cool.
This character feels very like he drinks at a wine bar and he just loves that he knows more than everybody else.
Mm-hmm. So he drinks and he knows things.
Yeah.
Like Chris.
Hey, Chris. You play what you know.
What you know?
Real quick, back to Danny's thing.
Yes.
Your bird reminded me of this mount from World of Warcraft, where it's like this colorful bird, and you
Ooh.
right?
It's like very Kevin
That's
from
so
Up.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cassowary is very cool. That thing could kick a face off too.
Yeah.
It could.
Yeah. Do some damage.
I don't know what a cassowary is.
Look it up. It's gorgeous.
Ooh,
and
they're
terrifying.
really cool. They're like dinosaurs.
Oh god.
Ooh. It can be like a really big secretary bird. A secretary bird is very pretty. It's like very regal.
I love a secretary bird.
Yeah, I think you'd love a
I
secretary
saw
bird.
a cute picture of a boar. I know I'm like, do I want a boar?
Little piggy.
Yeah.
I love a pig.
I'm gonna think about my animal if other people want to go.
Yeah. Ken's, did you have one?
Yeah. So I was trying to find the other bardic trait thingies, because I'm worried that I'm gonna like say something that I already have. But I was like, I wrote down like give the old razzle dazzler.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So just like good at like putting on a show and like being distracting.
Yeah,
Look
I
at
love that. That's
me.
perfect.
Not anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially if you're famous, I think we'll definitely lead into that. That's gonna have consequences and benefits too. So like, people knowing you is definitely going to be a thing that comes up, right?
Yes. Are you saying I have a stalker? Because
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, I mean, it depends how famous you are. Evil people exist in fantasy realms, so.
Sorry.
oh yeah, okay. Picasso Piggy is great idea. Babara.
Did you have
so that was
experience?
my.
I do. So I was thinking, like, I was gonna play into the highborn thing, but in a like a, no, I don't want to say mob wife. Like, I'm unmarried, and I think all of my family is dead. So like, I can't there's no one to inherit like the family name besides me. So I get invited to all of like the like political intrigue parties, like a court party and stuff. So I'm invited to everything, but people are like, I don't want to say intimidated, but like I'm still like outcasted because I'm like not married yet, you know. But but I'm like hitting the age where I'm too old to like be courted, you know.
You're a spinster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spinster's not bad. Spinster could be
I have all of like the insight of like court dwellings and stuff, and like who's secretly doing who, and like who's like all like the like stuff like that. I'm giving like Bridgerton, but a little bit more,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where like the highborn comes in, and then obviously like I'm guessing like whatever family name that I make up has like a successful like business that I inherit,
Mhm.
and people are trying to maybe because I'm the only one, I'm like vulnerable because of that. I don't know. So like that's like my vibe.
Yeah, so maybe it could be something like insider.
Yeah.
It could be the experience because you're very in the know.
Tea master,
I'm in
and
the
your
know in,
family
like,
business is in tea, but also you have all the tea.
Yeah, I've got the tea.
I've got the
tea.
My family has like a tea farm, like a tea, like I brew teas, like I dry teas.
Yes.
Yeah,
My family dries teas.
you homebrew.
Homebrew.
Oh my gosh. That's so good.
I love that. Yeah, I like I've got the tea.
Where do I put that? Like right here?
Yeah, that. Or you think you click on unnamed experience and then you name it.
Oh.
Or maybe, I don't know. One of those. You probably just write it in the notes.
Okay.
Cool.
Are you writing your experience in like the notes part, or like are you actually naming it?
I'm naming it.
Oh, how do you do that?
There's a section 4 experiences. I don't know if you're on the website or if you have a
I'm on the
paper
character page. Let me see if I can go to the character builder. I think I need to go to a different like page.
It's after heritage.
Yeah. Hold on, my iPad's loading.
Cool. Well, that's Sabrina's first experience. Does anyone, Danny? Do you have a second that you'd like to pitch?
I think it's something for like, tracking through the wilderness. I made it through the wilderness. You know what I mean? Like a virgin, touched for the very first time. It's tracking. It's hiding. It's getting from point A to point B. Whether in town or on the roads. I know how to get to places. I know how to find things. I know how to get there safely, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had to avoid bandits once or twice, maybe thrice, who want to steal my packages. And I'm really leaning into boar. I'm really liking boar.
I love boar.
Yeah, I think it's cute. With like
boar is not a boar.
No,
boars are not a boar.
We've definitely fought off a few bandits. So like
boars are also terrifying.
Yeah, I know. With their tusks.
Like a wild
little
boar.
gold cap on his.
Shut the fuck up. That's so cute.
I know.
I swapped subclasses. I'm not a winged sentinel. I'm a divine wielder now because it's better at healing. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
So yeah, it's tracking and getting from point A to point B safely through the wilderness or through a city.
And then your first one was, what was the name of it again?
Your friendly neighborhood mailman.
So that was about knowing people, and this one is about knowing like places and locations. Cool.
Correct. Ranger things.
Cool. Yeah.
What do we call it?
Yeah, I like to.
This might be an ignorant question, but don't rangers have ranged weapons? Is that just
That's
like
what I was thinking.
a bias that I have?
I mean, Aragorn doesn't. He's kind of like.
Is he a ranger?
He's
okay.
a typical.
I just don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, archetype wise, yeah, a ranger's more of a wayfinder, more of someone who kind of charts the unknown. And,
yeah, but I like the idea of a sword and a shield, so.
Oh, I love that.
I wanted to be melee. I never go melee, so.
More of an Aragorn than a Legolas.
Yes. But if Aragorn was Frodo. Sam.
If Aragorn was Frodo, I love that.
Merry or Pippin. If he was one of those.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to call this experience.
You're so merry now that I think about it.
You're a halfling? Yeah.
Thank you.
And this is about knowing places. Something about like maps. I don't know. Like, is there like I know the ways, but it's like WAZE or something because it's like.
I'm gonna make it. I know the ways.
just the
I
ways.
like the ways you move.
I like,
I like the ways you move. I like that better. I like the
Alright,
ways you
I've
move.
finally got this back up.
All right, I have those. Should we do my boars?
Yeah, let's do your characters or your animal companions.
Okay. What do we name him? My character, his name is Mud.
Mud is great. Yeah.
No last name, just Mud.
Your character's name or your boar's name is Mud.
My character's name is Mud.
Okay.
What should I name my boar? Twig. Twig is cute.
Twig is cute. Twig the boar.
It is
Yeah.
very
The boar.
cute.
Okay.
Twig
that's
the
his name.
pig.
Twig the pig.
Diva.
Yeah, even better.
Okay.
Cool. I will. I finally got my screen back. It was buffering for
Woohoo.
quite a while.
The
Way to go.
Twig. The pig.
Awesome. And then yeah, like what experience wise, what would Twig know? What can Twig add to his roles?
I think Twig would have something like with the senses, because pigs are always smelling, and pigs are smart.
Ooh, Truffle Twig.
What's that?
Like it could like the experience could be Truffle Twig. Because like there's like a truffle pig is like someone who like sniffs out things.
Oh.
Like pigs are used to sniff out truffle like mushrooms and stuff. So truffle twig instead of truffle pig.
Perfect. And then another experience.
So for like sensory things, they could add that experience to like a sensory check to find things. Yeah.
Twig. He's a boar. What else do boars do besides be cute and scary?
They snort. Oh, did they get two experiences?
Yes.
They charge.
They charge. Yeah.
They do.
They'll eat
They go,
anything.
Like it could be, I don't know, like this is dumb, but like charge by the hour, and it's like because they're really fast and like they have like a lot of endurance. Maybe.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe like we are able to like if I'm like writing him, I can just like maintain. We can work together. You know what I mean? So like if we're like having to do a quick getaway or we're like just trotting along, I think maybe something in that partnership.
I like Brian's. I bet it's called They Charge, and you get a bonus if you are trying to either charge on the pig or buy things.
My charge is good.
Oh, Brian, you're so funny. You could also like if it's cold out and like you don't want to start a fire because it's too conspicuous.
Oh,
but he'd keep you warm. Yeah, he'd be so cozy.
Cute, because he's my animal companion that I can like put a saddle on when we get together, and that's
your
cute.
mount.
The mount.
Oh, cute.
Okay. So what do we make this one? Is it like maybe it could be like some kind of like persuasion situation where it's like it can go either puppy dog eyes or like really intimidating if it needs to?
Aww.
Ooh, and call it That's One Fine Pig from Charlotte's Web.
That's one fine pig. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But we would. Yeah. We gotta be. We want to solidify now what kind of experiences or like what kind of situations that would apply towards.
I think it's. Go ahead.
No, yeah. So like, in down the line, like it'll kind of like we'll have some wiggle room, but it's good to establish kind of like narrow parameters around what the experience is, and then like I'm sure 10 sessions down the line, I'll be like, yeah, you can add your experience to this role for that one thing that has nothing to do with what you originally intended because it makes sense for this context. You know, it's like we'll be flexible with it, but we want to try to nail down the kind of like what it's being used for.
Whether it's intimidating or trying to be cute.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
That's it.
Yeah. Also,
Like,
when
scaring-
you use these experiences, it costs hope, which is like a very valuable, rare thing.
Yes.
So like that's why
It is.
it can be like very like
But-
wiggle room.
Because I'm a halfling.
Mhm.
All of us start with hope.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then it gets a weapon.
Yeah, maybe like do
tusks.
maybe the tusks have like coating, like a metal coating on them.
Oh, I did say it had little gold caps on it.
Gold caps, yeah, cute.
Is it unethical to give Twig a nose ring like they do for bulls sometimes? Is that weird?
no,
It's
because
just
pigs can
cosmetic,
slay
There's
too.
not a piercing.
Ooh,
It's a
okay, it's
clip-on.
just cosmetic. It's a clip-on. Thank you.
Mhm.
Because then it's a
I mean,
little
you can-
chain that connects to
Oh,
the cat.
that's
He's
adorable.
cute.
Mhm.
and you can talk to him too, right? You can talk to
I can.
animals.
I can talk
You
to
could have
animals.
asked him if he wants it. You know.
True.
Yeah.
Carter, you're gonna get to voice a boar.
I know. I'm very excited for it.
Okay, so the weapon-
Well,
Hey.
Hey,
it's me. I'm a boar.
No, you're a great time.
what's up with that cabbage over there? Why does it sound like me?
Yeah.
My
We've already
packages!
solidified your we've already named your experience, but I just came up with gorgeous, but it's like GORE and then just
Borges.
Ooh.
gorgeous, like you're gonna
Gorgeous.
gore 'em.
No,
No,
gorgeous.
Abrina is right. Gorgeous
Abrina's
is
was better.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous, like bourgeoisie.
Like Abrina's character.
Bourgeoisie is good.
Mm.
So with weapon, it says when you command your companion to attack, they gain any benefits that they would normally apply to me. So on a success, their damage roll uses my proficiency, but their damage die.
Nice.
And like any damaging effects that I'm under also applies to them.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And their weapons are obviously their tusks.
Cool.
I'm typing it on here, but it's on my iPad. Tusk glove.
Tusk glove is good.
Fucking shit.
I mean, it makes sense.
Anything else experience-wise for Mud or Twig?
No, that's us for experiences. Thank you, everyone, for your patience.
that's what we're doing. This is a good time.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah. Thank you, Danny.
Awesome.
Thank you, Danny.
I think Chris would be next in the rotation unless somebody else wants to go first.
I think I got one. So as I'm thinking about this character, I don't know if they're super nice. I think they like the
Like
more
a
I think about
know-it-all?
them. Yeah, they're kind of a know-it-all. Also, I imagine they're kind of like very like everyone has had the doctor where they're like, I know better than you, so I'm gonna tell you what to do. So I think my next experience is gonna be sometimes to set a bone, you gotta break it. So
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
it's gonna be very like he has a ton of medical knowledge, but he's also just like very brutal.
No bedside
and-
manner.
Yeah, no bedside manner whatsoever.
I know. I was thinking because my original one was gonna be bedside manner, and I was like, as we're kind of talking, I'm like, I don't think that's this guy.
Bedside meaner.
Bedside meaner.
So that's what the ability's called. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
bedside
like meaner. Yeah.
Experiences, like naming them is just a pun.
That's the whole point. That's my favorite part of the character creation.
Huh.
Really? Ken's or Abrina, next experience.
I thought like best of both worlds. Put a disguise
Okay, Miley.
on. Put a
Best of
disguise
both
on.
worlds for that is
Yes.
so good.
Like
so
she can
good.
disguise herself to look like someone else and like either blend
AKA
in with
Hannah
the
Montana.
Shout out to my stream people last night for the suggestion on my character.
Great.
Love that.
Yes. So yeah. So she can like disguise herself pretty quickly and take on an alternate to fit in.
hmm Just changing of a wig.
Yeah, and it's like when Clark Kent puts glasses on,
Yes.
it makes a
Yes.
huge difference.
That's good.
It's like when a blonde goes brunette for
that?
the first time, and you're like,
That's good.
it's like when a blonde goes
Who's
brunette for the first time, and you're like, you're a completely different person.
When Danny takes off his glasses.
Yeah, and then suddenly I'm Daniel.
Honestly, yeah, I saw Danny's yearbook photo and I was like, "Girl, you got Avril Lavigne. Like, you got body swapped at some point."
With Joan Benet Ramsey.
Yes. Wow, it all comes back.
It all comes back.
Everyone
Jelly
look
Bean.
at the next person's
Jelly Bean.
eyebrows.
Shut up.
No two eyebrows are the same. Sorry, that's a very inside joke with me and Danny. It was very funny. It was the conspiracy theory that
Katy Perry is John Benet Ramsey.
yeah.
Oh, interesting. We got to read into that. That'll actually be built into the lore of this campaign now.
Beautiful.
All right, Abrina, you're the last one with a final experience. What you got?
I've been brewing in my head. And since I'm a tea merchant, I thought I could like channel some like Uncle Iroh and just like always have really good advice because I've seen it all and I'm so understanding.
Mhm.
I
So
love
like, I was
that.
like tea time.
Tea time. Yeah.
That's so cute. I
So I
love
have
that.
like I know the tea and like tea time because like maybe
That
you're
co-
feeling down, so here's some tea, you know.
Mhm.
Like just a cozy tea time.
Cozy tea time. 43.
Be cozy.
So like you're good at like conversing with people, talking to them, setting them at
That means I gotta
ease.
play
Ken,
being
did
good
you
at
say tea
talking, which
cozy?
I'm not good at.
I did say tea cozy.
Tea cozy is very good.
Tea
Like a
cozy.
tea cozy. but-
Yeah, like I'm just like I give like motherly advice that you wouldn't get from your own mother, but you would love to hear from your own mother.
Mm.
Fun aunt advice.
Yes.
And auntie auntie advice.
Yeah. Auntie.
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 A-U-N-T.
We've done it.
Auntie is good
We've done
too. Auntie.
Oh my god, I love the tea puns. There needs to be a matcha joke in there. I just can't think of it.
Mhm.
I don't know matcha, but I know this.
I don't know much about love.
Yeah, I'm trying to beat Danny's, but I can't match ya.
Unmatchable.
All right, signing off now, guys.
Unmatchable.
Unwatchable is pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
those
good.
are fun. I think we'll pick one of those eventually. But yeah, eventually, it's basically like being personable, being someone that sets people at ease, someone that has always got a good word.
Ooh, I got like, you know how people like collect like wine?
Mm-hmm.
I got like tea sets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What do you call like the tea strainers? What are they called? Like
tea strainer,
the tea strainer, but like I feel like that there's a
tea bag.
I feel like there's a word for it that I'm forgetting because my grandma
Like
has
the
like a
little
whole
steel
collection
ball?
of these things. Yes. It's not just called a tea strainer. I feel like there's a name for it, and I'm just forgetting it.
Steeper?
Chat.
But steeper, yeah.
Paper? Okay.
Yep. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Like I was gonna say like steeper by the dozen, but I don't know what that could possibly apply to.
That's good.
That's all the nieces and nephews.
Yeah. But you think you're the only one left of your family,
I'm the
or
only one left.
so the only one? Yeah, you're the heir to like a lot of stuff, but you're a spinster still.
Yeah, like no one. Yeah.
Cool,
Eligible bachelorette.
lovely. So I mean that brings us to the end of all of our experiences. So now I'd really like to get into the character background questions. So as we go around, we'll. I think we'll just go for the 3 background questions that everyone has, just to flesh out a little bit more of what your characters are individually, and then we'll go around and we'll do connections where everyone will ask one person here a different connection question about how they've met, how they know each other, how they've interacted before. But I think going into this, like you guys have all like met, you guys all know each other. You guys are all like some sort of adventuring party, and we'll discover how you all came together through this next part. So whoever wants to start with their background questions can
I have a name. I just want
I'll
to.
actually be right back.
Do you have a character name?
Ooh.
Go ahead, Chris.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Like I can read.
What's your name?
Oh, Agelay.
Adrelay?
Agelay.
Agelay. Agelay.
Adrelay.
Agelay.
ADRAL.
Agelye. Agelay. Agelay. Agelay.
Oh, sorry. I wrote it
Can
too
we spell that
different.
again?
I was trying to. Yes, hold on. Let me write it bigger.
ADRAL.
I'm still a fairy.
Yeah.
I gotta have some weird ass name, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
My name's Mud, so
That's still a weird ass name.
Adralai.
Adderley.
Adralai.
Okay. Hold on. AEDRALYE. Thank you.
Adrelai.
It sounds like
Can you use it in a sentence?
July.
That's what I was thinking.
Adralai. I was on fantasy name generator this whole time.
What a great website.
Questions. Are we answering all three?
Yeah, I think let's go. We'll that way we can kind of move through it a little bit quicker. We'll do all three background questions at a time.
Oh wait. Can I read this question?
Yeah,
Someone, do you know who that is?
that's Brian from.
Hi Brian. He said, do you ever try to perform as a matchmaker and pair off your nephews? I'm all my family's dead. Matchmakers.
Yeah,
I think I'll do that for the town.
matchmaker.
You can be
Watch
like
me
neighborhood
match.
auntie. You're the neighborhood auntie.
Neighborhood auntie.
That's good.
Matchmaker's not bad. I
T jokes.
really like that. Yeah.
I think T is like, that's where it's at.
Yeah, you're the neighborhood.
See, this
Yeah.
is the best part. Like, guys, the game hasn't even started,
Yeah.
and this is like the most fun.
Fitting.
What did Mia say?
Thank you, Brian.
I thought you said Mia.
Oh,
sorry.
I said the neighborhood Tia.
Neighborhood Tia. Yeah,
Tia.
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Tia. I love that.
Tia.
I love that the pun works in both English and
That's really
Spanish.
Uh-huh.
Puns transcend language barriers. Yeah,
Which one of these puns is going to be the experience title, though?
I like Matcha Maker.
Matchmaker?
Matchmaker's very good.
Yeah.
I feel like you just keep
You're good at
the
thank you,
rest of
Brian.
them in your back
Yeah.
pocket for the
Yes.
future.
Yes, save them for the future.
Well, that's why I'm writing them down.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys do get more experiences as you guys level up. You get to add new experiences on, and you also get to add +1s to your experiences as you level up.
All right.
These-
So my
these will
first
not be your
background
last
question is: a terrible creature hurt your community, and you vowed to hunt them down. What are they, and what unique trail or sign do they leave behind? I don't know what kind of
Stays.
creature would have attacked my community.
Oh, this is
What world are we
background
in?
question. This is like us asking ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, these are your personal, individual questions.
Oh my god, it was a package mimic.
Yeah,
I love that.
Uh-huh. It was a package mimic. And me and Twig were it caught like Twig's tail and we had to fight it off.
That's great. So good.
A package mimic. That's all I'm gonna write.
Not that I'm not having a great time, but when is our first break?
Yeah, we'll take a first break
Right.
after we finish this initial round of questions, and then we'll take a break and we'll do our connections questions because that part tends to
Okay.
be longer. And then once we finish the connections questions, we'll jump into like a couple of scenes.
I just got it.
Yeah, so we'll finish the three. So there'll be about 12 connection questions from everybody, or 9 connection questions. No, 12 because there's 4 of us.
Is this a part of the backgrounds that we're doing?
Yes. Yeah. This is the first 3 questions that are on there.
So all of us are going to go through these 3
Yes.
questions, and then we'll take a break.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Do you want me to answer all 3 right now?
Yeah, let's do all 3 right now.
Okay.
That way we're not jumping back and forth so much.
Your first kill almost killed you too. What was it, and what part of you was never the same after that? Have I killed a bandit before?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
I think
Yeah, and you feel bad about it.
Not to be like dark, but like, what if you like accidentally injured or like killed like the parents of like Twig? I don't know, like that's like been a thing before. I've like, I don't know, that's probably a little too dark.
Oof.
Like where you accidentally like, or maybe you saved Twig from a thing and like bandits killed their like
Yes.
mother or something and they were
Yes.
left orphaned and that's how you guys met.
that's
Yeah.
how I grabbed. Yeah, that's how I got Twig.
Dang.
Yeah. I killed the bandits that they're like poachers that were out there.
Yeah.
And-
Kill your local poacher. Poacher.
Yeah.
Poacher?
Polter.
Yeah.
Poltergeists.
I was
Yeah.
never the same after that because A, I don't want to kill people, and B, I have a new best friend.
Mm.
Yeah.
Kill the poacher.
And yeah, that's why you're never the same after that event. Not because the kill changed you, but because the bond that you made with Twig changed you.
Twig changed me. Twig's mama. You've traveled many dangerous lands, but what is the one place you refuse to go? So this is going to be one that I would like to ask Ken's help with. Because I feel like because I'm going from point A to point B and you're on tour,
Uh-huh.
what is one place we don't go to anymore?
Sure.
Ooh.
Is it because we got too rambunctious? Is there a stalker there for you?
Ooh.
Like, do we just hate the road?
Just like the road there is bad. Really good question.
Because this also, I'm gonna put this in the connections. So like, that's kind of gonna be our connection once we get there. But
Okay.
like, is there a place with an
Yeah, are you
ugly
like her
bar?
tour manager or her tour guide?
No, I mean, I
You're her
think
tour
maybe like I've helped her a few times because we were just traveling at the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
But one of them, like
Mhm.
maybe our first one or second one, was like, what's something not fun that happened?
Okay. So yeah, Stalker is fun and scary. Like in real life, it's not fun. No.
Correct.
Anyway, but we're playing make believe, so that's kind of fun. Otherwise, I think getting food poisoning. It's just the town. We blame the whole
food was
town.
so bad, even Twig got sick.
Mm.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay. I'm gonna go food
boar?
poisoning in a town.
Wow. Twig got sick?
Yeah.
Wow.
Being the pig, I know.
With
The
an
thing
iron
is-
stomach like that.
People just talk about like how good the food is there, and we're just like, no, it's not.
Yes.
Shocking.
Yeah. Yes.
What a major letdown.
Yeah. It was at the inn that you were staying in, performing in that night.
Yes,
And
and
you had
it
to cancel the show.
5-star place.
Yeah.
5-star place. Yeah, had to cancel the show. Didn't get paid.
5 out
And that
of
was like
how many
a
stars?
wealthy neighborhood, right?
Mhm.
Like, so,
Okay. Thank you.
the whole town's fault. Whole town.
The whole town stunk.
Whole town's fault.
It's a stinky town. Smells of puke. and Bad.
What's the name of this? What's the name of this bad town that gave you food poisoning?
Oh, so much power.
I don't know. We'll figure that out once we know what the world we're in is.
Okay, cool.
Well, that's so mean. A DM is asking you to help build the world. And you're like, no, you build it first. And then
No. We're all gonna decide on what the world is.
I understand you, Carter. You're like,
I've got
give
one.
me some
That
help.
one?
Yes, I have fantasy name generator pulled up.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Sabrina, for the idea.
We also have Nate in the
Food
chat.
poisoning.
Food poisoning.
Nate in the chat. Food poisoned.
Everyone talks about how good the food is at
I went to Food
Poison.
Poisonton and the food was just terrible. I don't know why.
It's got the umlaut over the U.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Norinos, Norenos, but I mean, Food Poisonton. Also,
I like
very fun.
Norinos. That's a great name.
Thank you. Yeah.
So
yeah.
food poison
yes.
town.
No
Cool.
runs.
The old runs.
Cool. Those are all
Cool.
my questions.
Okay, who wants to go next?
I only have two that I feel like I can't answer the last one yet.
Okay. Yeah, what you got?
Mine is, what did you do that made the people in your community wary of you? And I put unmarried for too long, and I advocate for those who don't fit court social norms.
Slay diva.
Yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm. So you're the cool aunt of the court, essentially.
I'm the cool aunt of the court, and I sell a lot of tea.
I love that.
And then the second one is, what mentor taught you to control your untamed magic, and why are they no longer able to guide you? And I just put grandma, sad face, because they're all dead. So I'm just assuming that they're all dead, and that's why, yeah. Maybe one's alive. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I have a long lost brother out there.
Yeah. Maybe you have a long lost sibling who's kind of just MIA.
Yeah, like maybe like assume that she's dead, but she's not. Kind of like Anastasia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Maybe maybe this grandma is kind of like, you know how like the coolness like will skip a generation, like where the grandma was cool, so the parents will be like very strict, and then the granddaughter will be cool again. So you saw a lot more of yourself like in your grandmother than like in your parents.
Yeah.
So like you grew up with your parents a lot more because your parents are always working and being court presence.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you had a deep connection with your grandmother.
Like my grandma was my Iroh, kind of.
Grandma was
so
your
now I'm
Iroh.
Iroh.
Yeah.
And the last one is, do you have a deep fear you hide from everyone? What is it, and why does it scare you? And like, I feel like I'm coming up with a lot of surface stuff that like I feel like could be a really cool answer, and I just feel like I need more world to see what I'm scared of. You know?
Yeah.
DM, give me some more world.
Why is all of your family dead?
I don't fucking fuck if I know.
What a great question.
Yeah.
What a great
Maybe my
tea
whole
factory
family's dead
explosion.
because a
Aren't you
messenger
an
messed up
elemental?
away.
Are you an elemental sorcerer?
Yeah.
Tea factory
Oh
explosion.
my god. And it's fire too. What if I blew up my whole family?
What if you blame your health for this explosion?
Oh.
But it could be something else that did
So
it. That you think it was you.
My deepest fear is myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the power within you. Yeah.
This is so romantic, you guys.
Yeah, maybe this power within you is present in your family, but for you it came out like explosively and wild, like once every
Just like with the food
10
poisoning.
generations.
Yeah, like food poisoning.
Yeah, food poisoning.
Can I use that to answer my
it's, like,
first question?
untamed.
We'll come back to it, but I would love to use that if I can for my first question.
Yeah, absolutely.
My biggest fear is myself.
Yeah.
Because my grandma's dead and she can't teach me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
I like that. That's Brina's 3. Chris, do you want to jump in with your 1?
I would love. Okay. So, which god did you devote yourself to, and what incredible feat did they perform for you in a moment of desperation? I think that my character is very like utilitarian, like the best good for the most amount of people, and that's how he treats how he treats his patients, how he like just goes through life. And so I don't know what god. Do you have a pantheon in mind, or should I make up a god of utilitarianism?
I would love you to give me that god.
like a true neutral.
I'm gonna listen to it though.
Go for it.
Okay, I'll think about the name later. But
Utilitas or something.
That's a Pokemon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Its name is Balance.
Ooh, just Balenciaga.
It's Balans. Balance.
But yeah, so basically there was a T Factory explosion. I don't know much about it. But then like the head of the T Factory house, the dad, like the patriarch of the family, was brought into my hospital, and I did a great job, and I basically healed this person. They were totally fine, and my god struck them down because they were pure evil.
Oh,
And I was
that's
like,
good.
in that moment, I knew, like, oh, healing maybe isn't always the answer. It's kind of the anti-Hippocratic Oath.
Yeah. Harm must be done. Harm must be done to some.
Yeah. Thou shalt not
Yeah, you
do
are-
harm unless you really need to.
Yeah, you are a divine wielder. Sometimes you have to wield a scalpel.
Diva.
And
Love
that's
that.
now the name of my divine wielding blade. Is called the scalpel.
Yeah, I like that because it's precise. You know.
Hmm.
The scout.
Because it's precise.
Did you hear that, Abrita? Your dad came into my hospital.
1 second. Sorry, she's gotta go.
You saved my dad?
Yeah,
While I
so
was in the
after the
bathroom?
after the explosion, your dad came into my hospital. I did everything I could to save him and did a great job. And my god struck him dead because he was that evil.
Oh my gosh.
But you were still probably like blamed for this death because it was a very high-profile death on your watch.
Yes.
And everyone else probably thinks that it's your fault.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, I was literally in the peeing and I'm listening in. I go,
She's pissing in.
I was like, you did what?
It's real good.
My dad.
You turned my dad into a dead.
Ooh, yeah. So, alright. So then, my next question is, how did your appearance change after taking your oath? And so I think I, like, was used to very, like, high-class society. It doesn't matter how good people are. Like, I was basically only helping this super wealthy. And I just saw these visions of how, like, if Abrina's, or if... Wait, sorry, what was your character's name?
Ariadne? Adrenale?
Adrale?
Agelai.
Adrale. If Adrale's dad had lived, like, I saw a vision of all the horrible things that would happen. And so I, like...
Adrali.
Adrale.
Adrali. Because it's like July.
Yes.
Dreidel. Agelai. Agelai.
And so I gave up my old
I can
life.
change it.
July. On my notes there.
No, it's good. Yeah. So after
Right, sorry,
my
Chris.
appearance, I gave up all my money, so now my character's like
July.
riches to rags.
Okay. What about?
And then, in what strange or unique way do you communicate with your god? Okay, you know how?
Oh, sorry, my end is lagging a little bit.
Okay. You know how, like, Da Vinci, when he was, like, doing all of his anatomy stuff, like, that was forbidden, and so he had to do it in secret?
Ooh, mm-hmm.
I think my character is, like, obsessed with anatomy and how it works. So I think he has, like, an arm of somebody. And he just, like, uses that as a focus, and he, like, tweaks on the muscles and sees how everything, like, works
Ew.
in the body. Yeah, like, very dark. Sorry.
Is it?
No, I like it.
same?
Keep
is
going.
It the same arm every time, or is it like anytime you like perform a surgery, or it's like you know how witches throw bones and like read
Sure,
the
sure,
bones?
sure. I think he also, like, fucks with himself. He's constantly, like, pulling
You
his
grow arms.
bones out of the socket and, like, things like that. Just, like, messing with, like, anatomy, is obsessed with it, and can't help but just experiment with it in that way.
Yep.
Oh, Chris, you're so good with a weird little guy.
A freak.
So yeah, that is the strange or unique way in which I communicate with my god, or, like, use my powers, I guess.
It's great. It's really cool. That's very cool.
And it's like utilitarian because is it like what, like, how does that factor into the utilitarianism of your god?
Just like it's nasty to think about, but it will create the most knowledge of these things by studying it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's worth the like.
Yeah,
the
you
ends
gotta break a
justify the
bone to
means.
set it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like the guy that like got, you know, a rod stuck in his face and it like exited his brain, and then they like found out a bunch about like the frontal lobes and shit, but
Yes.
you did it on purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love like I
seem to
feel
have a
like
rod in
that's
my
if
skull.
I have spell slots left at the end of the night, I will be like cutting entire flaps of my skin off to see the musculature and then healing myself after so nobody knows.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Freak.
It's giving self-harm, but in a non-harmful way.
It's
For knowledge.
and it do no harm. Yeah, and that's
Guys.
yeah, that's a great point because I did. Oof, yeah. Trigger warning. Maybe I shouldn't. I will. I won't
Oh,
talk
I'm
about it in
sorry.
Oh
detail.
no, I love it.
He's franken fine, guys. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, if anything, it's
Well,
out of
that's-
self-love.
Exactly. Yes. This is yes.
It's self-necromancy.
Self-discovery, self-flagellation, you know, hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Hand in someone else's hand.
Yeah. I'm not going to work on another, like, living patient like that just for my own experimentation, so I got to do it
Yeah.
on myself.
Do no harm. Yeah, that doesn't
No
include
harm.
yourself, though.
Yeah. But that's it.
Ken's.
That's my 3.
Yeah. What you
Okay.
got?
I'm still struggling with, okay, who from your community taught you to have such confidence in yourself? But I've got the other two. So one of them is you've always looked up to another bard. Who are they and why do you idolize them? And I thought Taylor Swiftfoot.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
And they're like
Taylor
a kind of
Swift.
like a bunny person,
Oh my gosh.
like a rabbit.
What
folk.
I actually put down was Bear Ramshorn. My dad always in his shadow, and like that's the reason why I'm like a wanderborn, because you're always traveling everywhere for him.
Mhm.
Like
Oh my god,
The
he's like
whole
Beyonce
child
and you're like Blue
star
Ivy.
thing.
Mhm.
yes,
Or
Oh, I
Billy
was
Ray
gonna
Cyrus
say-
in Hannah Montana.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Miley and Billy Ray.
You don't want to break Dad's achy break your heart.
No, you do. He sucks.
He does. Billy Ray Cyrus
he
does
does.
suck.
He does.
But,
I'm not
but
a fan.
Bear Ramsey doesn't have to be.
Bear Ramshorn. Yeah, it doesn't
Ramshorn.
have to. Otherwise, we could have it be my mom, and she could also be Bear Ramshorn, and then it isn't Miley Cyrus and her dad.
Mm-hmm.
We can either way. Like it's one or the other. Or it could be both of them performing
Both of them
together.
as a duo.
Yeah, I like them as a duo. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So what's my mom's name? I don't know.
Your dad is Bear?
Yeah.
Ursa.
Oh,
Farah.
Oh.
Farah?
Farah.
Oh, like Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah
I
Fawcett.
love that.
Farrah Fawcett is cute.
That's really cute, Danny.
It's a sign.
It's a party.
My sign likes it. I don't know what's going on.
Kensington.
Hey. Just like I think there's a ghost in my room tonight, and just causing problems. Okay.
The ghost of Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah.
Do all
honestly.
TTRPGs have this many puns, or is it just you
Yes.
guys?
It's a lot of just us, but I think puns are inherent to improvisational roleplay. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
Just wondering.
we're playing with Carter.
that's
this
sorry.
too.
It's
I was just wondering.
I'm like a lightning rod of puns, and you guys are just like the.
Hang out with you, and I hang out with Nick a lot, and both of you are just. It's constant.
Yeah, it never stops.
Never stops.
Well, I think
Blowing
I
up.
think
And then I had two more questions, but
yeah,
if you
you were
want
in loved ones.
Okay, yes. I said his name was Nikes, another fawn in one of the towns that we were in for like a couple of years. So like the longest time we've ever been in a town. Like maybe my parents had a residency there for a while.
Ooh.
Yeah, and like
Vegas.
Exactly, like fantasy
Was it the Vegas
Vegas.
town? Like the fantasy
It was
Vegas,
the Vegas
town?
town. Yeah,
I think the Vegas town is going to be Norenos, though. It's going to be the same place that give you food poisoning.
Poisonton.
no.
Yeah.
Like those like buffets that are like
Yeah.
gourmet,
gosh.
but it's like, you know.
Mhm.
So the
Too
real
cold
reason
for
I
some-
don't want to go back there is not the food poisoning.
Mhm.
Oh, so you lied to me.
'Cause Mud and Twig got food poisoning, but you didn't. So
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
but I
love
still
that.
took up time in the bathroom anyway.
Just to give in to the
cry.
lies.
Sell
like,
it.
Sell it.
Sell it, yeah, even though you
Oh, she was
desperately needed
crying because she was in
Yeah.
love.
Mhm.
Love that.
it. Yeah. And he didn't want to do long distance. And
Gotta
he still lives
die.
there. I know, right? I
Lame.
know. No, I know. I think that she was probably like late teenage years. Yeah. Wait.
Was he also a teenager or was he older?
I like the idea that he was also a teenager.
Okay, good.
yeah, hopefully.
Sorry,
like
I'm
a-
reading a lot of dark stuff.
It's like I don't. I've
They're
been
like
like,
a 500-year-old forest entity who looks hot.
this
and
like
dirty.
fantasy romance.
Mystery and okay, it's fantasy romance. I like that. That's fine. I've been reading
Sort of
that.
an Edward
but-
Cullen.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of
Hundreds of years older, but is still hot and young.
Still 17.
So it's still
Um,
not weird.
No, I like them being like the same age.
Yeah.
Oh. And then who from my community taught me to have such confidence in myself? Ideas
be-
welcome.
Okay, so going back to Noranos,
Hmm.
I would like it to be, or I don't. It's not my story, but like,
I'm open to ideas, dude, and I want to collab.
either the stage manager of the theater, or like
Oh.
maybe one of the housekeepers that would come to take care of your house, of your room
Ah,
in the
like,
hotel, in the inn.
because I've always.
Or
Yes,
like the
because
bar manager of the inn. But I
it's
think
got to be the inn.
I think it would be great. It was like mom and dad are being annoying. I'm gonna run
Right.
downstairs,
Oh, that's
like the
really
lunch
cute.
lady. Do you know what I mean?
That's really cute. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I like it being the tavern keeper
Yeah.
for sure.
How do you spell
Yeah, look up her
Nornos / food poisonton / New Vegaston?
I've got. I wrote down Norenos.
Yes. Correct.
Norenos?
Yeah, Norenos.
And then I just got to come up with a name for her. But then I think that's a great idea, Danny. Thank you.
Patricia. She's just a human.
Just a human named Patricia.
Uh huh. Lynette.
I don't see why. Ooh, Lynette is nice. I like Lynette. Patricia Lynette. That's her whole
Patricia
name.
Lynette. Yeah.
Yes. She tried for a while to get people to call her Patricia, and it just never picked up. It never caught on.
People call her Trish, and she's like, no.
Yeah. And maybe I call her Patricia still because I know that that's what she wants.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. I think those are the
Great.
three
Thank
questions.
you guys.
Cool. I think everyone's done their three background questions. I think we'll take a quick break. What do you want to come back at, Chris? Like 8:40, 8:35?
Yeah, 8:40 sounds good.
Yeah, we'll be back at 8:40, where we'll wrap up with connection questions. It'll kind of like weave these stories and these characters together. And then we'll jump into a couple quick scenes to kind of demonstrate the mechanics and the play of Daggerheart. And that'll bring us to the end there. But we'll see you guys back at 8:40, and then we'll have more fun.
Yay!
Yay!
Cool. Thanks, y'all. We'll see you. See you in just a bit. You see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Every time Chris does like the 5, 4,
Are we
3,
live?
2, yeah.
Oh.
Every time Chris does a countdown, I'm immediately like, "Thanks, Freddie."
That's so funny.
Oh, good.
Don't what is it called? DNC us.
Do not resuscitate.
Do not resuscitate us, iCarly.
Okay, but the iCarly reboot was really good. I love iCarly.
Yeah,
was
it's
it
fun.
really?
Yeah, they could say
Yeah.
fuck on
Carly was
there.
good.
Really? Oh
I think so. I think that it was like a little bit more adult. I think that
It was really
Might have had
good.
one or two.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
That's the way they should be doing it, is like gearing it towards the audience it was made for in the
Correct.
first place, as opposed to like Boy Meets World. When they did Girl Meets World, that was garbage.
Was it?
Yeah.
I never watched
Or
it.
like, imagine like an adult Wizards of Waverly Place. It was just like
Isn't that
I
what
think
they're
they're doing that.
No, they did it. They
Doing
did
it
it.
right
They
now.
did it already.
Yeah,
It's
Oh,
all
I don't know. I
out,
never
but
watched
it's
it.
like a kids show.
Mm.
Or like
Oh, yeah,
a
no.
tween show.
yeah. It's fun when they have the product grow with the audience.
iCarly. Ride or die. Love Miranda Cosgrove. Anyways, hi
You,
everyone.
Danny.
Yeah, I
Hi, friend.
enjoyed the like cameos on Girl Meets World, but it's clearly not a show for the people who grew up with Boy Meets World.
It was like I couldn't watch more than like 15 episodes.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
That was just like, it just felt so like, gross. Personally,
All right. Well, now
Wait,
we're jumping back in.
15 minutes or 15 episodes?
15 minutes of a single episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So we'll jump into the connections portion of the character building part of Daggerheart here. We just went through our background questions and our experiences and our little character traits. So now we'll go through our connections. These are the parts that weave our individual stories together, which we've already kind of been doing a little bit, but that's just like kind of what we do. So this is a very fun part that specifically spotlights connections between players and helps you form those on your own. These are questions that Daggerheart, the game, has given us, but if you can think of a better one to ask somebody else, especially now that we've had a little bit of time to flesh out our characters individually, feel free to change one of these questions or any of these questions. But I think we started with Danny for all of these. I don't know if Danny wants to start first. I've got Ranger pulled up.
All right, Kensington.
Yes.
What threat have you asked me to watch for, and why are you worried about it?
Ooh. The stalker.
Stalker. I mean, we keep dancing around it.
Yeah.
Should we make the stalker canon?
Might as well.
Okay, I'm just gonna put in quotations the stalker in the way that
Mhm.
Wendy Williams talks about the killer.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Because
I
you
love
hate a poacher, and what is a stalker if not a poacher, right?
True. Yes.
Yeah.
that. Probably wearing a deer stalker while he was coaching.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, because you're dear to him.
Oh
So
my god.
Wow.
Wait, and I am like part deer person.
You are.
mhm. you're a deer in the spotlight. Deer in the Spotlight is not a terrible connections name, but
It's a
It was a really good experience.
A good
game.
experience, yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great
I'm
experience.
putting that. I'm
Save
writing
that
it
for your
down
next
later.
one. Yeah,
Writing it down. Okay, yeah. Let's do the stalker. I'm just
where it's like I like that because it's like you don't freeze. It's like as opposed to a deer in the headlights, what like would freeze. A deer in the spotlight doesn't freeze, right? That's fun.
Super.
And you
I'm
can even
writing
switch
it
that
down.
out if you like it more, whichever. So
Okay. I might. Doesn't freeze.
I like fantasy name generator.
But yeah, so I'd be like, I don't know who he is, but he's been following us for like the past 4 or 5 towns. He hasn't said anything or done anything, but he's always in the first row.
What's he look
Mhm.
like? Or are they masked?
Ooh, I like masked or hooded or something. and
Yeah,
it's,
there's
like, always like very
an
distinct.
anonymity to them.
Mhm.
Yeah, they've got like a glamour, but there's always like someone in the crowd that stares at you too intensely with the same
Yes.
eyes, and you feel like you're going crazy, and that's why you haven't brought it up to him yet. But like something deep inside of you knows that this is like the same person. but maybe it's like they use a glamour every time.
They're actually just blind.
They're just blind and staring off into the distance, like really intense eyes. I'm sorry, I'm just your biggest fan. I apologize.
Bought tickets for every show. I do want proof of purchase. Like,
whenever Mud and Twig are in the same town as you, they're always going to the show and they're always in the audience watching.
aw,
For sure.
Very sweet. I'd be like, let's go get dinner afterwards, but not at that one place.
Not at that one place.
The buffet.
Do you want me to do all 3 of mine, or since I did Ken's, now she does one?
Yeah, let's popcorn it. Yeah, Ken's if you want to
Okay.
jump on one.
Cool. I love that. Okay. Abrina or
No. I'm changing the name because it's hard. Carter took me aside and was like, "Your name sucks."
No, I didn't. I would never.
sounds like classic.
And I
Carter
said,
behavior.
"Noted."
He's been typing in a
Whatever.
private chat to me that he thinks the name sucks.
Yeah.
That sounds like something
And
Carter
then-
would do.
Yeah. And then said it out loud. And I was like,
Yeah.
"You're sleeping on the couch." Anyway, it's just Sabrina
Carter's
right
so
now.
judgmental about character choices. He's
He
always
really is.
He
telling
is,
people
he is.
not to
I'll
go
never.
with their
I'll
imagination.
never like any choices.
He says my names I choose sound like Cottonmouth, and I'm like, "You're an ass."
It's really not. That's not a nice thing to say, Carter. But at least your couch
know.
is comfortable. You
She's
got a comfy
putting words
couch.
in my mouth, but she's got cotton in hers. So who's really losing? Here?
What is your new name, Abrina?
I don't know yet. I'm panicking because now I think everything sounds like Cottonmouth.
Oh no. Okay. Well.
My name is name pending right now.
Pending.
Wow, that's
Pending
beautiful.
right now.
From the
Pending.
the pending family.
Pending. Yeah,
The
what's your question?
Norinos
Yes.
Pendingtons.
Mm-hmm.
Norinos Pendingtons. All right. So, what made you realize we were going to be?
Can you
Say
repeat that
last-
question?
What made you realize we were going to be such good friends?
Ooh, because since you are a traveler, a woman of the arts, you already innately have less judgment when it comes to like not following every social norm. So I use you as a really good example of what breaking out of that social norm is to younger people in my community. I'm like, look at her. You could be like her.
Yeah, trying to be cool isn't cool, but being
Yeah.
cool is cool.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's
You're
my
gonna make Ken's cry. I saw a look there.
also you sell my tea at your concerts. I'm like the sponsor to your tour.
So it's like kind of a real friendship, but mostly it's like a sponsorship.
But yeah, we have concert tees. And they're like, where are the shirts? No, we have concert tees.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Wow.
we have concert tees.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm ready.
Matcha do about nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so
Ugh.
good. It's so good. I like wrote a song about one of her teas too, and like
Ooh, this
Oh,
sweatshirt that I got
Evil.
is a petite, but I need a oolong.
I thought you were gonna do petite, like petite, and I was like, cute, okay. And then you said
No,
it oolong.
It's like a
Too easy.
cortado, but for tea. Petite.
okay.
I like it.
potato.
Thank you. Oh.
And then
So
we
now
got
it's my turn.
Sabrina's gonna popcorn.
Popcorn. Was that the end of your question?
That was my whole question.
Okay, cool. Chris, why do we keep our shared past a secret?
Ooh.
Because you killed her dad.
You killed my fucking
Because you killed her fucking dad.
What?
But maybe I know that.
Me and Ken's
But
were just
maybe I
like,
know that. Maybe I know that, like why he actually died. Like I don't know. Maybe I was in the operating room for some
Well,
reason,
yeah,
giving
I
you tea.
think-
I don't know.
I think I would have like come to
King
you
of tea.
Yeah.
because I don't know that we knew each other before the thing with
Yeah.
your dad, but
All
after
right, we
that, it's
definitely
like,
knew we like of each other, and I don't know. Maybe because my magic is untamed. Maybe I've like dabbled in like the gods and see and like tried to like, see what they could do for me as well, so like I know how manipulative they could be. So I was like the only one. I was the least likely to be understanding, but actually the one that does understand you.
Wow. I like that a lot.
That's cool.
And because I don't want to convict you more or put me under the bus, we keep that a secret.
Yeah, maybe like I was for sure gonna get like executed, but because of your testimony, I got exonerated.
Yeah.
And it's still like a thing, like a public rumor that like you are responsible for the death of her dad, but like it's weird the situation that you guys have between each other, and that there's like a lot of speculation about what it was done to cover up for her dad's murder or something, or death.
Yeah.
So that might be like a big source of public gossip.
Ooh, maybe like because like I'm a fire wielder and stuff, maybe it was me that actually caused the death of all my family, and you know that truth, and I know your truth as well.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we keep that a secret. That's spicy. I like that shit. I would read that.
I've seen a lot of burns. This was not a natural burn.
Yeah. And like maybe you've never said it out loud, because like you and I both know that. Yeah, I don't know. That's cool.
Yeah. We just make eye contact, and there's like an understanding there.
Yeah.
Because you're the neighborhood auntie, like you can also tell people what you want them to know or what you want them to think like the real story is.
Yeah.
And that's going to spread because they trust you.
Yeah, and which got him exonerated.
It got me exonerated. I still think a lot of people think that I'm a murderer for sure, but
yeah, it's never like 100%
for sure.
Yeah. That's fun.
Very fun.
Yeah,
that's really fun.
Sorry, Chris, did you have a character name? I forgot to write it down. If you did say one.
Thank you.
I mean, so far it's Wysicle. I don't.
Bicycle.
Or Wykel, or whatever you said.
Yeah, Wykel, Wysicle, Twicicle.
It just sounds like you're saying like White Michael.
White Michael.
Motor Wykel. Is it?
It could be like Michael the White, because you're like a wizard, or like you're kind of like a seraph. So like you're a healer. Michael the White.
So far, maybe just like yeah, I guess Wykel. I don't know. Who knows? Whatever.
I like Wykel.
Real cute.
That's so dumb.
What kind of like verbal cow situation are?
I think like every little like strand of hair is slicked back. Like even though he has totally fallen from grace, he's still very like has to feel very put together. His like ratty clothes were once like really nice, but he still like keeps them very clean, even though they're like falling apart and threadbare at this point.
Brian asked you a question.
Oh.
Did you spend weeks afterwards trying to recreate those burn marks naturally on yourself, just to see if you could?
Absolutely. Like I knew enough for my studies that it shouldn't be possible, but I had to check. That's really good.
That's
Brian.
fucking
Thank you
weird.
Yeah. Well, it's
so
like
when you are inflicting
like,
this damage, do you feel the pain?
Yeah.
Like you're feeling all the things you're doing to yourself? Okay.
Well, it like asked me like what's the weird way that you communicate with your god? So I was like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, via pain and sacrifice. Yeah, I get that.
And just like you know when you like squeeze your wrist and it makes your fingers like flex.
Yeah,
that's the type of shit he's into. Just
you
like,
want to know
like, everything about Banana. Yeah.
Why does it do that?
Okay. I'm gonna ask. Ooh. I'm gonna. Okay. Ooh, yeah. This is good. What promise did you make me agree to? Should you die on the battlefield? I'm gonna ask that of Danny.
Ooh. Can you repeat your question?
So, if Danny's character dies on the battlefield, I'm the healer. I'm the one that you go to like save them. But if I can't, Danny made me promise them one thing.
Is it maybe a final package that you have to deliver?
Oh.
Oh, and Twigs is the package.
Twig is the
Yes.
package.
It's like
You can literally
Whitey,
throw my
you're probably
body
gonna be the
wherever you
one to
want.
save me. Oh, sorry, what?
you can have my left arm.
Ooh, love it.
Ooh.
All yours.
Thank you. Thank you.
All yours. Do whatever you want with it. It's a lot
Appreciate
smaller
that.
than the one you carry. You can have my left arm.
What I really need is a torso, but go on.
You can have it. I'm donating my body to your science.
Thank you. Wow, that's beautiful.
What about Twig?
But also you have to make sure Twig makes it back home.
Oh,
Sure.
the final
Where's,
package.
That's
where's
it.
home for Twig?
Do whatever you want with my body. Twig has to go back home. Where does Twig live?
There's no like dark secret that I need to know.
I don't think I have.
Sabrina killed her family.
We're not talking about Abrina's character.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, that's fine. We could for sure make like a whole ass thing of that. Make a whole journey to return Twig home.
Yeah.
But
but also I don't know where home is. I don't know where Twig wants to go.
Oh.
Ask Twig.
Yeah, I would
Twig
ask
know?
like, where would Twig want to go?
He's like, send me to Nornos, buddy. I'm putting it all on black. One hand, all of his quest earnings.
Oh, this is a hard question. I'm so sorry.
it's okay. You can think about it and we can come back to it.
Yeah, can
we can come
you
back to it.
repeat the question and then also send it to me?
Yes. What promise did you make me agree to should you die on the battlefield? I'm sending it in the chat now.
Oh, you got it. Cool.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna have to ponder on that one.
You know, I'll put it in this one actually.
Ponder.
I hardly know her.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you. I think we should work on this one.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
wanna
Yeah, it
come
is
up
a
with
big
one
question.
juicy.
I started with that one because it's cool.
Yes, I want to come up with something
But-
juicy.
Yeah, we'll have
So
Danny
you-
popcorn it then.
Yeah, you can definitely have my body afterwards. So, like, if I'm dead, I have no use for my body. Do whatever you want with it.
Appreciate it.
You're a Borgen donor.
As long as Twig doesn't see it. That's my precious baby angel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Abrina.
Yas.
What friendly competition do we have?
Ooh. It has to be something with delivering, obviously.
Ooh,
Mhm.
okay.
I feel like you would both have like different kinds of gossip. You would have gossip like reports,
Like we could out gossip each other,
gossip each other.
Ooh.
Yeah.
or we could see like what out of pocket outlandish gossip we can convince people to get to be
Whenever
true.
I
You
come
start
back
new
to town.
rumors. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Whoever can it's like okay. You start a rumor and you tell me what
Yeah.
it is, and I see if I hear it out in the wild or whatever, out and about,
Oh,
start
like
a
how
rumor,
far you can.
and I see if it
Yeah.
makes it back to you. But also, whenever we meet back up again, we always have to
Yeah.
tell what is the juiciest story that we heard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like maybe I've opened a letter or two from people that are suspicious or people that are telling secrets.
Wow, a dereliction of
Scandalous.
duty.
I'm very
And
trusted.
maybe
I'm
I
very
still
good at what
happen
I
to
do.
like, I don't know, concoct some sort of like brewed tea, and I like take the steep of like the leaves, and it turns into like some weird like translucent paste that like mimics like a wax stamp or something. So
Yes.
it looks like
Yes, you and
Nobody
I have
opened it?
worked away.
Ooh.
Yes.
yeah, we've worked
Okay.
away. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I accidentally discovered that. I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Fake gossip.
It's like gossip battles.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Okay.
Train.
And then meetups consist of Juicy's team.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna popcorn back to you though.
Okay.
Because eventually we're gonna have to cross paths.
Yes.
What did I do to make you cautious around me?
Ooh.
That's fun.
What did I do?
Ew.
What did I do? This is nasty.
Mhm.
This is nasty work.
It's like so fun. It's
Yeah,
like
I
the
love this.
best.
You heard a
Mhm.
secret about me,
Okay.
and you won't tell me what it is.
Okay. Oh, I have to write that down here. Okay. Damn.
Or did I hear a secret about you, and you don't know that I know?
Ooh.
So maybe you did hear like the she killed her whole family bit.
Uh-huh.
That like only Weichel knows this, but you also know this too. And she
Because I
thinks
opened a
you know
letter.
it. Because you opened a letter.
From Weichel to whom?
A letter.
Breaching doctor-patient confidentiality.
A letter from the
You're
god of
breaching HIPAA.
death to the god of life. Like, I'm taking these ones because she did.
Prayers.
Chris, could your
Prayers are
god be named
messages.
HIPAA? Like HIPA?
Yeah.
Prayers have to go
Danny
through the
doesn't see
mail.
women and doesn't know.
Prayers have to go through the mail.
In this world, prayers have to go through the mail. What? Being a mailman is like a holy profession.
I like that.
I was just testing
Oh
the
my
efficacy
God.
of blood as ink. It's a test.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah. You're like, oh, this letter's bleeding through, and then you like open it. You're like, oh no, this letter's straight up bleeding.
Yeah.
Had a flap of skin.
Yeah.
Wow, this
But,
is
like
really
this,
nice
this specific
parchment.
god, this specific god has its prayers and like divine ordains like they are like communicated through letters.
I love that.
Mhm.
But they're hard to
They're like
decipher
medical
because it's kind of
files.
like a doctor's Scrabble.
Yes.
Scribble.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scrabble.
Dang.
Okay.
So dang. All right, Weichel's a little more messy than I thought. He loves the idea of
This
knowledge.
is a messy campaign.
Knowledge being preserved. So like I wrote it down and thought that nobody would see it, and then misplaced it. I guess.
Because nobody should see it.
Yeah.
It got put in like a
But
stack
Like,
of
it should
letters
be
that got sent.
preserved, but like no one should see it until after we're long gone.
All right then. Chris, why do you act differently when we're alone than when others are around?
Whoa!
Michael is messy.
Michael.
He's messy.
I love this. Why do I act differently
This is the best
when
part.
we're alone than when we're around other people?
Can I share this with the class?
Sure.
Carter's mom just sent us this. It's Carter's.
Baby!
Oh, with the sword,
I've had
in blue?
I've had
Oh
a
my
sword my
God.
entire life.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
that's
just straight up the
cutie.
how classes show up to D&D night and you're the fighter.
Gosh.
But as a baby.
Okay, continue on. Sorry.
Huh. Let's see.
Micah's watching.
I think that like you are a person of nature. Do you like hunt? Or
No.
are you more like okay.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
the only
more...
thing he hunts is poachers.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm a ranger on a technicality because he just travels around in nature.
Sure.
And that's
I'm
on
good with the sword.
range.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know.
That's a good one, though. This is a
Ranges.
ranger question. Let me go back to the ranger on the.
Why do you
Yeah.
act differently when we're alone than when others are around?
Okay. Yeah, I think he's very like haughty. I think he's very like wants like maybe arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
And I think something about you, how like everyone else, like he's so used to just being around people, but he sees the way that you are around animals, and there's like no defenses there. There's no like kind of societal like positioning or like I don't know, just the way that you are
Whenever
able
I'm
to
picking
be
up...
Sorry, what?
No, keep going.
Just the way you're not like always trying to put your like position yourself in a certain way and be a certain way. You are just so naturally you is, I think, intoxicating for him. In a way where he's like he has to put up so many airs, he has to defend himself from a mob who tried to like execute him. I think around you he can actually like be vulnerable in a way that he is not around anyone else.
Okay.
Yeah. So authenticity is like foreign to Weichel.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
And I think like his like he can be a lot more like gentle around you, not so like stuck up, not so academic. He can be a more like feelings person just around you.
I like that. Like, sometimes I'll even, like, turn a potted plant around, and I was like, we should have more privacy. And I'll just turn the plant around. It's like, I can talk to all plants and animals. So, like...
Yeah. You don't know that plant could be bugged, you know?
Yeah.
You can have a little caterpillar on it listening in.
That's real good. Real good.
It could be white. I mean, Mike.
Yeah, it could have a hot Wyke on it.
Okay, I will jump to Ken's. Why do you ask me so many questions about my god?
Ooh.
I think community is a cute name.
I think because the way you live your life is so wildly different anything or any ever seen. Ever. And I'm just like trying to figure you out. Like, and it's never just like, it's never out of disgust. It's never out of like error or like being freaked out. It's genuinely like, I have been so many places, so many different people, and I've never met a single person like you, and you say it's because of your god. I just can't even fathom a being calling for what you're doing.
I love that. Sure. Yeah.
Is, oh my god, her name left my face. What's your character's name?
My character's name is Jilly Bean.
That's right, yes. Is she a religious person?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, like, maybe is that also part of, like, why she questions? Like,
Yeah, 'cause she also like doesn't fully understand the faith. Probably. Especially not that one.
not HIPAA.
Your god is the open road.
Hey.
Yeah. I've been everywhere, man. All right. Yeah, I think that, yeah, just she's so darn curious of I are the way you are.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that.
That's fun.
I'm trying to see, like, who was the prominent... Oh, Bentham. Yeah. Utilitarianism. Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill were, like, the prominent figures of utilitarianism. So maybe, like my god is, like...
could be, like, the god.
Yeah.
Benthamill.
I don't know. Benth. I worship
Ooh,
Benth.
that's a
Benth
cool
is
name.
good.
That's good.
like
This is
Benth.
cool.
Yes.
Cool. That's very cool.
So, yeah, like, well, and yeah, I think Benth isn't like a lot of other gods. So I'm sure
Not
you're
a
used to like
regular
the
guy.
like like family community blah like
Yes.
the one the harvest like
Right.
good, and then Benth is just like
Nature.
you do what you must.
Do the most good for the most people.
Yeah. In a hardcore way, if must.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
radical
really good.
utilitarianism is pretty good.
And then is that it for that one? Okay. Then I'm going to turn it back on this. Ask, why do you grab my hand at night?
Oh. Whoa.
Okay.
To
This-
run away.
So, you know how I get, like, emotionally, like, vulnerable with Danny's character? This might be mean. I think he pretends to be physically vulnerable with you, but really he's just like, how is your hand different than my hand?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, you want to take her hand. You literally want to take her hand. You're like, how does that hand strum that guitar that well, but mine can't?
It's so
What is
dexterous,
so
like with the way it
different?
moves up and down those strings. You want to feel the fibers in her muscles of her
Uh-huh.
fingers.
So, like,
Gosh. That's
So,
so,
like-
Oh, that's so
Oh, yeah,
good, because
like-
that's exactly what I was thinking.
or I'll do, like, physical therapy, and I'll you know, you've traveled the world, like you've been through shit,
Yeah,
so your
some-
body, you have like aches and pains and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be your physical therapist, and meanwhile I'm just like studying your musculature,
That
studying
is
how-
so
Yeah.
crazy.
Because you're such a good musician that he thinks that you must have some sort of like anatomical advantage.
yes.
Here I picked the most wholesome question, one of the most wholesome questions on my list,
Yeah,
and you're like,
he's a weird little guy.
He's a weird guy.
He's
through and through.
yeah. I
Going
did not
through.
go into this. Normally, I make like nice characters, very, very sweet
No, this is
characters. I did not go into
great.
this thinking I was gonna make a fucking freak.
We love
the
fucking
best
freaks.
Do you
part.
remember? Do you remember for the New Year's Eve party, and we made the prompt with like you're a zombie, like wanting to eat brains, but you're like a surgeon, and you're just like asking. Do you remember that bit that we did?
Mhm.
I was like, you're a zombie, or you're a surgeon that's slowly turning into a zombie.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
a brain surgeon that's slowly turning into a zombie. It was
Yeah.
one of our like game changer, like
Yeah.
make some noise bits that we did on a New Year's party.
That's
Yeah.
that's literally you.
Just kind of poking
Yeah.
around in the brain. Oh yes, just
Scalpel, ketchup.
Yeah.
ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise.
Scalpel, steak knife.
Yeah, exactly.
Salt, pepper.
That's good.
Really put my hand
Say-
back.
Yeah.
It has
alright.
good benefits. Like I am a trained physical
Oh, for
therapist.
sure.
It's just
My hand has
Yeah.
never felt better.
Yeah.
My,
hmm
it's right as
Say like a
food.
god afterwards.
hmm
Abrina has a name.
What you got?
It's Camilla sinensis because that's a scientific name for green tea.
I love that.
Ooh.
Of the Synesis
Synesis.
teas.
Of the sinensis teas, yeah.
The Sinisters.
Type that into chat.
The
Come-
sinensis teas.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, let
type
me.
it in the
I can
chat.
put it. I can type it in the chat, right?
We should all put our names in here.
Oh, Camellia,
I'm
Camellia, and not Camilla.
I'm Weichel.
She put it in the
Dr.
Twitch
Weichel.
I put it in the Twitch chat. Sorry, it's in the Twitch chat. Oh my god, is it really?
chat. I love Weichel. It's so funny.
Dr.
Or
Weichel.
Michelangelo. Because you're a seraph. Because it's like Angelo.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, and that's a
Your last
Teenage
name. Your
Mutant
last name could
Turtle.
be.
And I'm
your last
very,
name could
like-
be Angelo.
I feel very like Leonardo da Vinci inspired. That's another Ninja Turtle.
Very Vitruvian man. Yeah.
Yes.
Brian, Sinisty is the perfect Pokemon for her too, because Sinisty is also a ghost type,
Yes.
and her
I love
parents or
that.
family are dead. So
Ooh, because there's sin in this tea.
Hey.
All right, so Camellia.
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 Like a chameleon. Yeah. I
Camellia.
looked up the pronunciation. It's camellia.
Awesome.
Camellia.
Like chamomile.
Okay.
Like chamomile.
And so that's perfect because it bounced back to me. So now, hey, Camellia.
Oh yeah. Hey. Write this down.
I avoided doing Danny and Ken's for this one because they have established
Okay.
their characters like are good friends. You've told me to protect one member of our party above all others, even yourself. Who are they and why?
Is it Twig?
I
The
think
pig must not die. It's part of the prophecy. The prophecy. I read it in the tea leaves.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I think. Okay, so I can't answer. I don't know, because I would be like, I need to save Danny because he knows something about me, and I don't know what it is.
Mud, yeah.
Yeah, Mud, and Jilly is like I just think she's such an icon and so admirable and like everything good and innocent about the world that I want to protect her.
Mhm.
But the cynicism part of me is like, oh, but like I owe Danny this because he knows this thing about me. Or sorry, Mud.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Maybe it's Jeremy's character. I don't know.
That's good. I mean, you gotta pick what.
Maybe it's the DM.
The thing with this too is like you can make shit up about other people's characters.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
part of the.
Yes, yeah.
That's one of the most fun
connections.
part of
It's
it.
like it's a gift. You go like, here, this is what you're about now.
Yes.
I think you know what? I think I would ask you to save Jilly Bean.
Okay, why?
Yeah.
Specifically, what are you making
Yeah,
up
specific.
as the reason why?
Do the youths need something?
I think the youths need a martyr, and I can't be that martyr.
or not a martyr, but like an icon. To
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the youths need an icon. And like, even though like I try to be like the good person, I tried so hard to be good. Like I just can't, because I have that like
Ooh.
family generation.
But you see that spark of like
Yeah.
graciousness and like niceness.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Like inspiration.
in her that you see.
yeah.
That you need to
And like,
be protected.
she hasn't killed her dad yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't killed your dad yet. You're so.
And
You're
her
so
dad
good.
sucks.
good.
Oh, Dad,
She still has a mission.
And her dad sucks.
Wow. I would have killed her dad.
Did you have your dad killed? 'Cause,
You need your dad.
she's hiring. Call 1-800-BUY-DAD.
Strangers on a train.
No good dad goes unpunished.
Thank you. I was singing
Yeah,
it
you
in
do.
my head.
No good dad goes unpunished.
That's good.
And I think you have the last connection, or one of the
Me?
last connections.
Ken says,
Last one's
right?
You still have some, yeah.
I have one.
Yeah, so you have one for now Ken's, yeah.
Ken's, why do you trust me so deeply?
Feel like because you've lost everything. My eyes.
Aww.
I see you as like. I see you as like someone who is, my mind at least, and the way you, based on like how you treat people too, like you're precious about life and being sure that people feel like valued and seen.
Sorry, I started dying because a god was trying to leave me. No, that's so. I was gonna say it before I started dying. That's so sweet and deep, and this got so sweet and deep so fast.
I said,
And also really dark.
so dark, so deep, so messy.
Why do you trust me?
That's what we do here at Lorecasters.
Yeah.
You trust me so deeply because I sponsor your tour.
She's your patron.
I'm a patron.
Because we like it's a mutually beneficial situation. I let you sell teas at my conference.
Patron with benefits, yeah.
I like that. Patron with
Who's
benefits.
the patron? Warlock.
I'm the warlock.
Lovely.
And then
Ken's, I think that popcorn's to you.
and that brings me to Jenny / Mud.
Mud.
Mud. What do
I like
do
Jillian.
Okay, Jillian, like with the E. Yeah, type your votes in the guy.
Sorry, I wrote it in the I wrote it in the Twitch chat.
I appreciate you. So Danny, what do I do that annoys Mud?
Who, you guys are besties. That's a good question.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried to pick like opposite.
Uh-huh.
Side.
I think that you, without even thinking about it, are just naturally a hummer or a singer or a whistler. So like when we're on the times that we have traveled on the road together, me and Twig are like, oh, we noticed these tracks, there's bandits up ahead, or we heard a roar, and you're like just really into just like your vibes. Do you know what I mean? Like you're
sitting on the wagon playing a ukulele.
Yeah. And I'm like, there's danger afoot. You're oblivious to the danger
You
afoot.
can't read the room.
Danger.
Because your instinct is also -1, right?
I believe my instinct is 0. It's just 0.
Okay. I think there's a slight obliviousness to your surroundings, which is why I'm also keeping an eye out on the stalker. Do you know what I mean?
That's real good. That's real good.
There's you're really trusting. And it's not that that's annoying. It's just like, oh, it's in the same way where both me and Camellia are like, she's literally the goodest person. We have to make sure, and the annoyance is just the obliviousness to the potential dangers around her. She knows about the stalker, but like, what about like the killer, or what about like the dog that she forgets she's allergic to? Girl,
No.
we know
Oh,
you love
no.
dogs, and so like maybe there's like because like who doesn't want to pet a dog? Do you know what I mean? And so like maybe there's like ye olde Benadryl ointment ready.
A tea.
Yeah, a tea.
Wait, I have Dr. Weichel working for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Weichel and Camellia have been working on it together.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
do I have medicinal teas that you prescribe to your patients?
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
While I'm out
And
and
Mud
about,
delivers them?
I can deliver them, but I can also scavenge like the herbs and like berries and stuff you need.
Wow, we have a whole full circle
Whole
here.
thing.
Full
And
distribution.
Yeah.
Jelly Bean,
Well,
just,
all of us together.
just the commercials where it's
like-
like, you no longer
There's
have
a
to
bunch
be
of
allergic to
connections.
dogs.
Oh my god, we're making connections.
Get me, and I like
Wow.
snuggle a dog.
Possible
you're like,
side
oh,
effects
wow.
are diarrhea. Blah, 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 blah.
But like, it goes really fast.
And
Like they say the diarrhea like real quick.
Yeah.
Side effects might
So
be
I
diarrhea.
think Mud's annoyance with Jillian is her obliviousness.
Yeah.
Because she's just a girl who vibes, dude.
Just God
Girl
forbid a
who
girl
She's very
catch a
lives
vibe.
in the present, I
I-
think.
Yeah.
She's very lives in the present. The
And as a
future,
ranger, you're always like looking for danger. So you're like your defenses are always up. And
Correct.
She gets to
Steps
live
ahead.
kind of carefree, and you're kind of like, how do you do that?
yeah.
You're all just
I think there might
jealous
also
of
be like a
Jellybean.
jealousy to that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I think Twig also kind of is like the medium point of Jillian and Mud. But like there's like still a carefreeness about him because he's an animal.
Thank you for rating Neon Lit Studios.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for rating. Thanks for joining. We're doing character creation on Daggerheart. We're doing the connections, which is like our favorite part.
The best
thank
part.
you. No, thank you for coming.
This
Oh my
the best part.
Yeah,
you guys are awesome.
Session 0 is such a good time.
Thanks for jumping in. Yeah, we love a session 0. You gotta have a robust session 0 is the thing.
Yes.
You can't just jump in and start rolling dice, I think. Okay. Does that bring us to the end of our connections, or does anybody have any connections left?
I think Danny still has to answer.
I still have to answer.
Yeah, what promise did you make me agree to should you die on the battlefield? Which is what a perfect time to raid. Everyone that just joined us. What a good time to...
Yeah, good. Juicy question.
Hear a juicy secret from Danny's character.
We're on this one right now.
I promised you that you could have my body.
Oh, yes.
And, what did we do? What promise did you make me agree to should you die on the battlefield?
Yeah, some deep dirt that, like, your last will and testament, Dr. Weichel's gonna get it done.
Yeah. What do you guys have any ideas? Do you have any thoughties? Like, what are we thinking? What are we vibing? Because this is a big question, and my brain isn't big enough for this. What do we think?
I always, I'm boring, and I always default to like, oh, my sister. I love her.
What did you know?
I'm thoughty right here.
Yeah. Okay. What secret, juicy message do I need to get delivered?
Hey. Okay.
Huh.
What revenge do you need to have happen? What secret do you need to have, like, buried?
Does Mud have any connections from a previous life?
I think I have a journal of all of the juiciest secrets I've ever read through the letters on everyone. Political figures, cultural icons. Like, I have the dirt on everyone. I am Gossip Girl.
Excellent.
And I think...
Is that how that goes?
I never watched it. I don't know.
Same.
Did I?
No, it's like Featherington or something.
And I think... Do I want you to release it, or do I want you to bury it?
I feel like, is there a secret you've been holding on to?
How nasty you want to be?
Is there a secret you've been holding on to because you are afraid of the consequences if it were to come out?
That's a great question.
And then as soon as you die, you're like, everyone needs to know.
Everyone needs to know.
That's really good. Yeah,
That's
it's like something that could harm you right now. Whoa, holy shit!
Oh my gosh, thank you guys for the hype train! Sub goals! Thank you guys.
Oh my goodness. Thanks for jumping in, y'all.
Gifted subs. Thank you so much. Holy shit.
Very
Anonymous.
Sweet. Thank you guys.
Thank you, somebody. We love you.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are awesome. We love it. We love doing this. We love telling stories. Thank you so much for supporting that. That's so awesome, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, shout out.
That was so exciting to see.
Danny, you got a tier 1 sub.
Ah!
Oh wow!
I didn't have ads on here today because
same
of
with
an
you,
anonymous
Albrina.
gifter.
You got a sub. You're sub.
Oh yay!
I don't know what this means.
Oh, you got a sub, yeah. You got a sub gifted to you.
Means you can watch.
How do you know?
Means you can watch Lorecasters ad free.
Yeah, which we set our ads to minimum, so you can avoid that one ad every 3 weeks.
Yes, or every time your computer glitches and the page reloads.
Yeah. It means a lot to us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys so.
But yeah, what secret does Mud have that absolutely
while he's alive,
needs to
it can't
either
get
die
out
with them or be told upon his death?
Yeah, that's so good.
How juicy of a secret?
I mean, we don't need to do the secret right now.
I think
Is there a package? Is there a package that you never delivered? But
Let
like,
him cook.
Yes. I buried it. I'll tell you where I buried it. I think it might be like the current king or queen or monarch or whatever, or the current like leader of is illegitimate, and I know who the true heir is, but I never delivered that letter.
Crazy.
I buried it. And I will tell you where it's at, and I will let you decide what to do with it.
Okay, so Weichel doesn't even know the secret. He just knows where the super special package is buried.
Correct.
Oh, that's so juicy.
Okay.
So
because
juicy.
Twig will
Do you
take you there.
think? Do you think because of this, like, do other people know, so they're trying to kill you for this?
Ooh.
Like, are there people out there for you because they know that you know where this is, or
Yeah, maybe
is
the
this
previous
something that
monarch?
you just know?
Yeah, Yosemite
Someone
Mike
maybe
says
the
maybe the
monarch,
previous
yeah.
monarch died under suspicious circumstances,
Ooh.
and you know
Yeah.
what those circumstances were.
Ooh.
Yes.
It's really good, Yosemite Mike.
Yes. I know what those circumstances are.
Yeah.
I will Carter, you and I will come up with that. Yes, but you will know through Twig where it is.
Okay. Yeah. So Weichel doesn't know the details. He just knows that a big secret is buried in a certain spot that you tell me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Twig's knows. Follow him.
Okay. That's very
Yeah. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Super fun.
Ooh.
Here. So we'll jump into a quick scene before we wrap things up here, just to kind of start rolling dice and get into the mix of it. So for this short scene, we'll say you are in the town of Sable. Sable is a popular kind of like a thoroughfare, or sorry, a town. It's a popular like trading town. It is a nexus, kind of not. It's like more of like a suburb town to like the capital city itself. But still like a lot of trade and a lot of like people live here because like the city itself is so old and maybe like expensive, or like there's not a lot of room for people to live in, but people still want to be close to the kind of center of power. So they've moved in and around like small towns like these. And Sable is like one of like the most popular like trade nexus outside of the capital city of this kingdom. We'll say that Jillian just finished up one of her concerts, and specifically Mud, you noticed one of those people that like that person that always seems to like look at Jillian with like some sort of intent or intrigue, and you've heard her like kind of brush it off before, but you've noticed that like a certain person seems to be like staring at her while she's on stage pretty intently. And then they also kind of like look around the audience too. So you're like, what's that about? But it's always like a different person, but they always seem to have like the same intent or behavior. I think you've seen this person, and you've like resolved at this point post-concert to like follow them. And I think you've gathered your friends to let them know that this like stalker has basically made himself known. And right now you see this stalker looks to be like sort of a we'll say like a air kin person, like a Earth Genasi, but like they just released Daggerheart just released their kind of like their elemental kin. So this is like kind of like an elemental born air sort of kin person. But before, you've seen this person as like a bird folk, you've seen them as like a rabbit folk, you've seen them as a human, you've seen them as an elf. But they have like the same intent in their eyes, and you finally resolved to like actually follow this person. So you've gathered everybody, and you kind of like know where this person is going, and they've all met up with you. and they're actually outside of like one of these like tea shops, one of like the tea shops in this city that Camellia owns.
It's like chameleon. But
Yeah. So we'll say to try to track this person down or to try to see where they're going. I will ask for an instinct roll.
Can I use I like the ways you move?
Yes, you can absolutely add an experience to that.
I get to add +2 because everyone starts with
everyone has a hope.
Because I'm a
Yes,
halfling.
everyone starts with 2 hope, I believe. Just to start out like the campaign, everyone starts with 2 hope, and then Danny Mud, does everyone start with an additional hope because you're a halfling?
Yeah.
At the start of each session, everyone in your party gains a hope.
So everyone has
We all
currently
do.
3 hope to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It doesn't really be your hope. Your little hope section right there. So you have 3 hope. There are 3 player characters, so I get to start with 3 fear.
There are 4 of us.
4 of us.
Oh, 4 of us. Yeah, I'm counting screens. Sorry, other screens that are not mine. So I will start with 4 hope. Or sorry, 4 fear.
All right.
But yeah, I would like an instinct roll here.
I add them together, correct?
You add your hope and your fear together, and you let me know what you did with hope or fear.
9 + 1 is 10 + 2 is 12, and then my hope die was the highest.
So you rolled a 12 with hope.
Correct.
So you can take a hope. Anytime you roll with hope, you're going to take a hope. So you should have 4. 3 at this point because you
3.
just spent an
I just
experience.
used
You kind of got one back. So that's kind of like the give and just going. And you have like continued to follow them, and you've done it in a way that like has like let your group meet up with you. Been able to send Twig to kind of round everyone up. Twig
Yeah,
kind
I
of goes
think
around to each of you and just kind of go.
I'm in the front, Twig is in the back, and we're kind of like herding the group together.
Mm-hmm. You see this person as everyone kind of comes together. You're all like kind of like wondering why you've been brought together. What do you say to them as you are like you can see this kind of like this like elemental airborne person from a distance, and you can see them like go left down an alley. What are you saying to people as you've brought them together?
Hey guys,
Like, this person is definitely sus.
Jelly,
I'm
I
not
saw the person who's been following you. They went down this street. We've been following them. Maybe one of us can go up. 2 of us, we split up. 2 go on one street, 2 go on the other, and see if we can meet them on the other end of the alley. Block them in.
Yeah, really good idea.
Are we all outside? Like we're all outside?
Yeah, you're all outside, kind of in a very public space. Like there's a big crowd. They're like moving through the streets because everyone is currently leaving this concert. So you might be getting stopped by fans if you're not doing anything to kind of hide yourself. But if you are trying to hide yourself, Jellybean, let me know. But you are walking amongst the people who have like left your concert, so they would absolutely know you. So you let me know if you're trying to do anything to like hide yourself, or you are actually actively making yourself known.
Best of both
Okay.
worlds, baby.
I'm thinking like probably best of both worlds, or is it good to like have this like distraction? Probably best
Yeah,
of both.
it depends. Yeah,
I'd like to best of both worlds if that's. Ooh.
yeah. So you can give me a presence roll, and you can, if you choose to, you can spend a hope to add that experience to this presence roll to kind of keep yourself under wraps so that people don't notice you.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up? Something?
I have arcane sense, and I can sense magical people and objects within this range. Can I sense that he's like doing something to his face?
So close is actually like pretty close to you. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's like within like in D&D terms, it's like close, far, and very far ranges.
Sweet.
So they're kind of like 3
Okay.
squares, 6 squares, beyond 6 squares. So they are not within this entity is not within close range.
Gotcha.
One thing that you guys can also do is you can always spend a hope to give the help act to basically help somebody else. You can always do this. There's no other action economy or anything required other than spending a hope, but you have to kind of justify saying how you are helping, and then somebody can add a d6 to their roll. So, but what I need right now is I need a presence roll from Jelly.
Yes. Okay, and then I add, because this is one +2 of the +2.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Oh, all right. So that would be 10, 12 with hope.
12 with hope. So take a hope. But you've done this before. You know how to disguise yourself, and you know how to kind of like drop into that other kind of personality that you have. And without fail, you are moving around the crowd, and you are just hearing people say like, "Oh my God, Jellybean was so awesome!" Like I heard, I heard like magical projections of her other songs before, and she sounds like just as good live. Blah blah blah. That was like such a good performance. So you're moving around, and like you're walking past people who have absolutely no idea who you are. What do you look like? What is your other persona? What is your Miley?
Or is that the Hannah?
Well, her Hannah she was just on stage. She was just her Hannah.
Oh, maybe that's her true self.
I think Poppy. Her alternate personality is Poppy, and she's got like, it's not subtle. It's just like she's a redhead with like cute little freckles and things. Red on, and her dress is more like a hippie, whereas like on stage she's definitely more Hush Spice, Baby Spice. But, yeah, so more bohemian.
Yeah, absolutely. So you moving through this crowd.
Yes.
You are hit just seen 30 feet ahead of you. What are you all doing?
I'm gonna stick close to Dr. W.
Okay.
I'll be with Mud and follow them into the alley as well.
Okay. So you're gonna try to
We can
approach
go
this
around.
individual.
Yeah.
I can't get close to him. I can see if he's acting any suspicious.
Yeah.
We'll try to head him off at the back.
Sounds good.
Frozen. Should have been a brunette instead of. But I'm gonna retroactively do. That's it.
Yeah, I'll definitely say you guys can outmaneuver this person. Like you know where this alley lets out.
Carter, you're lagging.
So you can try to cut them off, or try to get close and try to listen in.
They're way behind us.
Uh-huh.
Or try to see where they are. But you know that they're definitely in this alley, and you know both ways that they could exit.
Are they like walking weird? Are they just swaggering? Are they just like
Good question.
gallivanting?
They're just kind of like easily casually walking. They walked into this alley.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Sorry, I think we're all having a buff
Yeah,
for a moment here. I don't know if it's just us on our end, but
Yeah, I think it's on your end. Danny,
we're all
Kenz, and
kind
I
of
are
buffering.
talking at the same time. Oh, it seems like it's catching up.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah, maybe they should.
it's been super
They could
fun.
probably. Yeah, totally. They could probably stop sharing their screen. I don't know if that's
Ooh, maybe
taking up
that's
some of
me.
their internet.
Very good idea.
Yeah, this has been a very fun character creation sesh. So far.
I
Fun.
love connections.
Me too.
It's
Me
so
too.
good. It's
Yeah,
so
it's really
juicy.
It's super good. Yeah, I love the idea of like.
Back.
Hello. I love the idea of like somebody else can kind of help create your character with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Back.
Yeah.
Ooh, failed to
Hi.
start camera. Hello?
Mhm. Cool. I'm just catching up on you guys' Okay, but we're back. Can you all hear me? Can you
Ooh,
all hear
you-
us?
Better
Hello?
now, but your picture's way
We're
behind
just,
your
like-
audio.
Yeah, we're just extra laggy right now. Sorry about that, guys. It was
It's looking
fine up
better
until
now.
right now. Okay.
Yeah,
Can you hear
I
us?
think, yeah, without
Are we in
sharing
time?
the screen, that might help.
Maybe we'll try that. How's our audio?
Sounds good.
That's good.
Okay, cool. Oh, so you guys see this figure dart into an alley. Would anybody like to approach and try to listen in? You do like hear other like kind of like muttering voices in this alley as well.
I whistle on in with like hands in the dress pockets.
You whistle
Playing
in
it
and you
cool?
like kind of like walk in casually.
Yeah, just playing it cool. I
Okay.
can't whistle, so don't make me do it.
So I'll say as you like walk up to this alley, you see that there are 3 other figures in this alley with this kind of like air windkin person.
Gotcha.
Me
so I
and
can
Twig
sense that now that
are walking
close.
with her.
You are not within close range of these groups.
Oh, okay. Twig is with me.
So you are both there. So you see, as you kind of like do like a pass by, you do notice that there are
We're
3 other
sneaking,
figures. So there are 4
by the way.
total people in this alley. They're kind of clustered. They're clustered together. Ooh, so if you're sneaking, I would like both of you to roll a finesse roll. If you're trying to. Well, so you.
No.
I literally have no idea what
You're
you're
waltzing
saying.
in.
I was waltzing it, and like casually.
Into this alley.
I don't think they can hear us, baby.
Can you hear us? We'll go camera off, and we'll see if that makes it any better.
So far, it's better.
Definitely. I can hear.
Okay, cool. So, would you like to walk in conspicuously to this alley, or would you like to remain inconspicuous?
Oh, I wanted to just like. I thought it was just one person. That's why I was like gonna like
Yeah.
confidently just like.
As you walk up, you do hear multiple voices.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I
like,
think
whistle
you walking in alone and then me and Twig being in the shadows behind you make you look like
Yeah.
you're alone. Do you know what I mean?
Sure,
Throw off their
yeah.
guard
Sure.
a bit.
I like
While on the other end we have
better.
Dr. Weichel and Jelly.
Yeah.
So I'll have you make a deception kind of roll. So make a presence roll,
Oh.
and then I need you, Mud, to make I need you, Mud, to make a instinct roll to see if you can kind of perceive some of this conversation that's happening.
How do I make
Do you want
it?
my finesse first to hide?
You aren't like visibly shown to them. You're just kind of around the corner, so there's no reason to believe that like they should be like
Okay.
looking for you. So you are hidden enough to where you can try to listen into this conversation.
I got
So
a
for you, I need you to
15
make a presence roll,
I got a 15
and then you make
perceive,
a
with hope.
Nice.
with hope. So take a hope, and you can confidently listen into this conversation.
12?
And you rolled a 12 with what?
Fear.
With fear.
Ooh,
So you rolled a 12 with fear.
I'm gonna like
Why?
whistle down the alley, and just be like, "Oh, watch that wild pup!" And I'm gonna use reassurance, so you can re-roll your die right now.
Which die?
You can re-roll your entire like action roll.
Okay. Yeah, reroll that, and if you would like to, if you have an experience relevant to this, you could add it. But right now, you're sitting at a +0 presence.
So I can reroll it.
So that's a Seraph ability. I used reassurance.
Roll your dice.
I just don't do.
Cool. Love a reassuring guy.
So just roll these. Roll these and add 0.
Just his arrogance. He thinks he knows the right way.
That's
15?
a
And it's
15 with
believable.
fear. Because you have a hope and a fear die, and your fear die is higher. So she rolled a 12 and a 3 for a total of 15. So that's a 15 with fear. That means I, the GM, get to take a fear. And with a 15 will be a success, but you do draw undue attention to yourself.
That's fine.
And you kind of hear them whispering, and you can be listening into this conversation, Mud, because you are close enough to have heard this at this point. Before she walked in, you heard them saying, "Okay, but was she there? No, I didn't see her." And then as she walks into this aisle, they're like, "Wait, is that her right now?" And you see all 4 of these eyes turn to look at all four of these people turn to look at you.
Good evening.
Hey, sorry, aren't you that T, Eris?
No, I'm just passing through.
No, I'm pretty sure you're of the Synesis line? The Synesis family?
Never heard of them.
Make a deception check. Make a presence roll to deceive them.
Do I just do the same thing?
Yeah, same thing. That is unless you have anything that you would like to add to this as far as like experience. What are your 2 experiences?
I know the tea and matcha maker.
Okay, so do you think any of those would
No.
relevantly apply to this? So 12. So I'll say so 12, and that's with fear because your fear die is higher. So that means I also get to add an additional fear to this. I'm sitting at a total of 6 fear right now for those at home. Those are just resources that I can use to pull things. And with
The more
that
fear
failure
he has,
with fear,
the scarier he is.
yeah. And with that failure with fear, I'll take that fear, and you see all 4 of them kind of start to walk up next to you. Hey, no, I'm pretty sure you are that, the Camellia, right? Of the Synesis folk?
I'm just gonna keep walking.
Come on, don't lie to us. Whoa, where are you going?
I'm gonna walk out.
They have you kind of like in this alley, and you can walk back the other way. You can walk out of this alley, but they've like created a wall against the middle of this alley, and you are like towards the entrance. Yeah, so you can walk backwards out the way you came.
Well, she's been talking, and since me and Twig are on either side of this alley, if we're watching her start walking back towards us, I'm going to toss a rope over to Twig. So as soon as she crosses it, after that we will lift it up if they chase her, so that way they all trip.
Okay, I will say with the failure with fear, as they begin to corner her, they say, like, are we just gonna let her get away? No, she's seen our faces. We can't just let her. And you see one of them pulls out like a bolo, kind of like weighted a string with rocks on either end, and they go to chuck it at you. So I'm gonna roll. They are thieves. I'm going to spend a fear to add something to this, to add one of the thieves' experience to this, so I can add a +3 to this roll. But other than that, I'm just rolling a d20.
This is at who?
This is the folks that are in the alley. These kind of like shadowed figures.
They're throwing it at who?
They're throwing it at Camellia. They said, "Oh, like, are we just gonna let her walk away? She's seen our faces." And one of them kind of panics, pulls out one of these bolos, and throws it at her feet. What is your evasion?
Can I dodge?
Your evasion is 10. I hit with a 14.
Can I dodge?
You cannot dodge. There's no dodge for this. This is just this is like an attack roll, an action roll against your evasion score. And since your evasion is 10, and I rolled a 14, you see that you become grappled on the ground, or not grappled, but this bolo ties go around your legs. So you do see Mud outside the other end of this alley. You see her like fall face forward, like her torso is out of the alley as she kind of like comes into like the main street. But you see her like fall flat on her face as she tries to walk away. But there's like something around her legs.
Are going to run
doing?
in. We're running in. Me and Twig are running in, and I look to Twig, and I'm like, it's time to be that one fine pig, as he's gonna run up with all the light reflecting off of the gold caps on his tusks and his little nose ring. My beautiful boar boy is gonna run inside and just start making the angriest, scariest pig sounds you have ever heard. And he's just gonna start growling at them to intimidate them to run away, and then I'm gonna run up behind them. I've put up my hood, and my hood has like tusks on it as well, so that way I can like try to hide with him. It's like a hood mask situation, and I just run in with my short sword. I just start banging it on my shield, and as we're running in to intimidate these guys away, I'm gonna try to cut her free. We're both doing things.
So I will say you can roll a presence roll for Twig.
Yeah, and I'm gonna spend roll one of my hopes for that.
Okay.
Let's see.
You see any of this?
You guys see this commotion that is happening, so you two may act during this, but we're gonna resolve these rolls first. But then you guys would be able to jump into the scene after that. So there's no initiative in Daggerheart. There's just scenes, and we are currently in a scene that seems to be have like a lot of tension to it. And you see your friend situation. Kind of fall face flat onto the ground, tied by a bolo tie around her legs.
That is going to be 17 for the intimidation with hope.
17. Okay, that beats their difficulty. So you may take a hope, and you see they start to they start to back off, and they do look to be scared. And they start to back off of Camelia's body, so she is like alone. With that success, you are able to cut her free. So technically, she was vulnerable. She was made vulnerable by that, and with that, she is not vulnerable any longer because you cut her free and you're able to get her up. But you do see that they say, "Hey, wait, that's him, the one with the pig. Get him!"
And can I if I'm still prone on the floor, can I like grab an ankle and to like hold and trip?
They're far away. They're further away from you because they've backed up. You're starting to get up. I would like to know what Weichel and Jelly are doing as they've kind of like heard this. They've heard, "Hey, wait, that's him with the pig. Get him!" What would you guys like to do to enter this scene?
Old boy, it seems you've got anatomy I'd like to explore. And I'm going to I'm at this point I'm kind of just flirting, but I would like to use the Fearbolg's charge ability. Are all the enemies kind of grouped up right now?
Yeah, so all four of them are kind of grouped up. You see, like one is like this airkin kind of person. The other three just seem to be like humans, like humanoid folk. They are like medium size. They are all like between like 5'5" and 6'5". They look to be like. It was a little bit hard to see them, which is why I didn't describe them in the alley as much. But now that you're all kind of like getting a good look at them, they look to be some sort of like rough and tumble kind of folk. They have like heavy leather cloaks that have like tatters and like patchwork in them, and you see that they have jagged knives on their belts, which do denote them as and I'll give this information to you because you're loreborn. You notice these folks are from the Jagged Knife Gang, a group of bandits in the town. Three of them specifically have this jagged knife on them, and the airkin person still just looks like a concert goer.
Then he's gonna pull out his magical, what does he have? A hallowed axe, which is like blessed by his god. He's gonna say, "It seems these fellows need to learn a thing or two. I'll take them to school." And he dashes in. I'm gonna use my charge ability, so I need to do an agility roll from far or very far, which I believe I was.
Mm-hmm.
And they're quite unsavory. And I'm going to do an agility roll. Okay, plus agility is 17 agility with hope.
With hopes, take a hope. 17 does beat their difficulty score. Is it a line that you get, or like what direction?
No, so
does it say?
if I go into melee range with one or more targets, I can mark a stress. Oh, I forgot I had to do that. So I'll do that right now. To deal 1d12 physical damage to all targets within melee range.
Okay, I'll say you can get at least 3 of them. I'll say you can get 3 of the 4 within your melee range.
Hell yeah.
In this alley, and it's a wider alley. It's like a good 15 feet wide.
That's a 12 on the die, baby. That's 12
That's 12 on
damage.
the die, yeah.
I forget how
12
damage
damage.
works in this game, but that feels good.
So you do 12 damage to 3 of these people. That beats their major threshold. So they will all 3 of these folks are gonna take 3 hit. All 3 of these folks are gonna take 2 hit points each.
Ooh.
That's real good.
As I'm dashing,
I'll say
to them, I'm
the
just-
one that you didn't get is the one that still looks like an air, like a wind kin.
Okay. Yeah, and I have
So
my
does it do
Hallowed
anything
Out
else to them
axe.
other than deal damage?
No, I'm just carving into them surgically.
Okay. So you charged. You may continue your turn, even though you made it. So technically, when you make an action roll, that would be your turn. But I'll say because you rolled with hope, and you succeeded, you can follow that up with this attack unless anybody else would like to jump in with something else. But narratively, this would be the next thing that happens.
Ooh, I'll let somebody else go.
She-
I feel like I did a lot.
she-
I felt great about that.
Yeah.
I'm so psyched about max damage.
So I think we've made it all the way back around, and nobody has failed yet. That's when I would take it. Failed or rolling with fears. Ken's, what do you have?
Yeah, so dumb. It's fun to be dumb sometimes. I would like to make a scene which requires me to spend 3 hope to temporarily distract target within close range. Can I run down the alley after Dr. W, because the one who's getting away is the Airkin, right?
Very.
One who we think is
He's the one that didn't
monster.
get charged. He's the one that's unharmed so far.
Okay, and the one who we kind of think might be following us.
He was the one that Mud saw was being kind of the stalker at the concert.
Okay. I would like to undisguise myself as fast as I can, just pull the wig off and be like, "Hey, is there a problem here?"
Weichel shrieks every time he's surprised by this.
Yes.
Yeah. So what kind of roll do you make with this?
So this is I'm running hope to temporarily distract a target. I'm not sure if I roll anything.
Yeah, if it just says you temporarily distract, this is like your class ability. This is kind of like your ultimate move that you get to make by spending 3 hope. So I'll say
and that
it
gives
does
them
say
a-
one target.
It gives them a target. Yes, so it'd probably be 1, giving them a -2 penalty to their difficulty.
Lovely. I will say you do get the wind folk with this, as he was the most recent one to have seen you at the concert and is very surprised to see you right there. So he will be temporarily distracted. I will say for this, because we're kind of in a combat scene, that will make him vulnerable. So that means all attacks against him, any actions against him, you get to add a d6 to.
Okay, cool. Thank
Okay.
you.
I think everyone's got to do a thing. Camellia, what are you doing in this moment as you've kind of gotten up off of the ground, and you are near your friends, and you see these 4 folks ahead of you?
Am I very close?
You are not quite you are in close range, but you are not in very close range. But you can always move up to far range on your turn.
I would like to go up very close.
Mm-hmm.
And are they not facing me anymore, right?
They are facing you.
Okay, well, that doesn't matter, but I'm gonna do Rain of Blades.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend a hope
Cool.
to make a spellcast roll and conjure throwing blades that strike out all targets within very close range.
but I also want to spend a hope and add fire to that, which adds +3 to the roll's damage.
Yes, yeah, you absolutely can. So you're spending 2 hope here,
Yes.
and you're going to make an instinct roll. As a sorcerer, your spellcasting trait is going to be instinct.
So 2.
Mhm.
I roll this.
You roll your duality dice,
Yep.
and then you're going to add a +3 to this.
And
21 plus
2
3?
+3.
Yeah. Or sorry, +2 +3, so +5.
5.
26 wildly succeeds.
Wow.
Need all that.
Holy
Ooh.
crap.
And then add
And sorry, you rolled with hope on that one, so you get to gain a hope here. So you've
9.
just spent 2 hope to
So I
do your
spent
2 abilities.
7.
You spent 2 and you've gained 1. Yes.
So I
You have 2 total, yeah.
2 total. Okay. And then for damage, it's 1d8 +2. Oh my gosh.
You're fine.
Pressing the raised desk, it goes up and down.
So D8 +2 magic damage, and then you get to...
And then I add +3 to the. Wait. You
Yes.
give +2 to bonus. Or, yeah.
Yeah, so you did it before.
7 +2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So
9.
12?
So you added 9 here, but you don't get to add this because you added that to the damage roll. So you don't get to add anything from here, but you do get to add that. So 7, 8, you do 9 magic damage.
Why? Wait, why?
Because you can either choose to spend a
Oh,
hope...
you added the 3. I didn't mean to add the 3. I wanted to add the.
You wanted it to add it here.
3
Okay,
to the
cool. So we'll add it
damage.
to the damage. So then 9 to 12. You do 12 magic damage to which one of these folks?
The one that seems to be a little weird, or the one that has the least amount of, the most.
The one that's stalkery?
Yeah, the one with the most hit points.
So that one is vulnerable right now. So if a target you hit is vulnerable, they take an extra 1d8 damage.
If you say so. 3.
Whoa.
So 15. This person takes 15 points of damage. That is over
Oh my God.
their severe threshold.
Jeez.
So you do 3 hit points to this windkin person.
Act it out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When it was like fire blades.
This is your rain of blades. You conjure these blades. Are they like they blades of fire? Like almost like what are the blades of?
Like not high level yet, so they're just like hot blades. Like they're not like on fire, but like they're like hot, like
Yeah.
hot to the touch.
Yeah, the tea is scalding, and so are these blades.
Yeah.
You're throwing
Like, I'm not-
actual knives and they're like so like lukewarm. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like what is it when you like put a heated blade to cauterize?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like
yeah.
yeah.
That's so
I will
cool.
say-
You cut them and immediately cauterize their wounds so they don't bleed out. Very considerate.
I'm
So-
like, Camellia, that was badass.
So you deal severe damage to them. So they this windkin takes 3 points. They are looking the most hurt out of all of these. Since you have all kind of been succeeding and rolling with hope, I'm going to spend a fear here in this moment to have the.
I also start flying.
You also start flying.
I'm flying now.
Okay. And you kind of get up and you.
I just start like hovering. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to be flying to do rain of blades, right? To shoot them down. So I will say I will spend a fear here, and I will activate one of these on their turn. You see, there one of these, the 3 bandits that are not kind of in disguise here. The middle one just kind of like takes the other 2. It's just like, hey, get in there, come on! And as they activate one of them is going to take out a what their jagged knife that they have of the jagged knife gang, and they're going to toss it. They're going to toss it at you, having just done a bunch of damage to them. So they're going to toss a blade at you. Let me see if I can add anything to this.
I gain a +2 bonus to my evasion against that attack because I'm flying.
Because you're flying, yeah.
Bitch.
And I will say, thief. I will spend a fear to add experience to this. So they're going to add a +2 to this roll.
What?
Ooh.
Does a 7 hit your evasion?
No.
No. So you see this dagger just goes woof, 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 and it like easily flies past you. You easily dodge out of the way. That will be that one's activation. I will spend 1 more fear to have another person go here. The other person that he kind of pushed forward, they will run into close range with you having charged, and they're going to. Sorry, I jerked the headphone out, and they're going to stab into Dr. Weichel. No experience
Whoa,
added to
whoa,
this,
whoa.
just a d20 roll.
Oh, you want to
Only a
duel,
3,
old
so
boy.
3 I assume misses.
No, 3 does not hit.
I was actually naked.
Wait, what?
Yeah, how do you dodge this attack?
Yeah, I think he goes into a dueler's pose.
Uh-huh.
I think all the shit that Abrina's that Camelia's like hated in her life, I think that's the type of shit that Dr. Weichel has loved, and so like dueling is a big thing for him. And yeah, he just kind of like knocks the blade aside with his hallowed axe, powered by his god.
Okay. You see, as both of these attackers, both of these bandits miss their attacks, they kind of like look at each other and they kind of nod, and then you see they both like jump towards each other, kick off of each other mid-air, like kick each other's feet. They kind of like boom, and they kick off, and they start to parkour up the walls of this. It does not look like they're trying to get away. It looks like they're trying to get like higher ground. And you see they kind of like start to scramble up to the top of these like 20-foot tall buildings that are like 15 feet apart in this alley. So 2 bandits have gotten higher ground on you. That will end my spotlight. Anyone else can go. Who would like to take a turn?
They're trying to get a tactical advantage.
So you see 2 people up top. You see like the kind of leader, the person that's kind of like in charge, telling them what to do, and you see this wind kin person. But they do seem to know. They seem to wait. That's him with the pig. Get him, and they seem to have recognized Camellia. And obviously, they recognize Jellybean because she's famous.
Okay. Oh. Why do they know all of us? Reason? Uh-oh. Oh, no, now everybody else is frozen. Okay, cool.
Oh, no, I just haven't been moving because I'm reading my character sheet.
Shoot, yeah, same.
Yeah, I got cool shit. I just don't know what to do. How do you attack in this game? I forget.
Question. I'm also not sure how armor...
Yeah, you see them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, tag
all of
team
these entities
attacks
now are
huge.
working to get you guys.
We need to.
You make
Yosemite Mike.
you make the roll that your character rolls.
Ooh, what are
with,
tag team attacks?
We did them when we played the
and you or like
oh god, I don't want to interrupt.
whatever your
Gosh,
weapon says
know.
you can roll.
But there's like... We can't hear you, friend.
Yeah. Remember when we played the playtest? The tag team attacks are ways to like combine your
If it's like a melee attack.
If my arm...
And you still roll your duality dice, and you add
Thank you, Yosemite Mike. You are a gift and a treat and a dream and an angel.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for being gifted a sub, because please stick around forever. We love you.
Yes. Thank you.
This is still session 0.
But
We
yeah,
will
for a tag
have the
team
rules-
roll-
we'll have the rules figured out next time for sure.
Yeah. On a tag team roll, you will be the triggering person will be spending 3 hope, and then 2 people can both roll their action roll, and you both take whichever roll is higher, and then both of your things succeed, or based on they succeed or fail based on the highest roll.
Very cool.
So who would you like to do a tag team with? And kind of you can feel free to describe what that tag team looks like.
Are you trying to do a tag team?
Yeah, I want to do one for sure. Also, I want to point out when I rolled stress earlier, as a Fearbulk, I can roll to not get it, but I didn't do it, so I still have stress. But yeah, if you want to do some shit, I would love to attack them.
Do you have a shield?
I have a shield for sure.
Okay. I want to do this really quick. I should have done this in the beginning. my ranger focus is one of my class features. I get to spend a hope when I make an attack against a target. On a success, I deal my attacks normal damage and temporarily make them my focus. And while they're my focus, I know precisely what direction they're in. Whenever I deal damage, they have to mark a stress. And if I fail an attack against them, I can end my focus to reroll them.
So that sounds like that's going to be the action roll that you're making, Mud. What action roll would you like to make as part of this tag team, Weichel?
I would like to use my spirit weapon, so I can attack basically 2 people at once if I mark a stress. So if you are... Yeah, Mud, you're going for who?
The wind guy.
Okay.
The main
stalker, yeah.
You're going for the main guy. I will...
Yeah, that person's been stalking my friend.
Yeah, he's a creep. Yeah, so if you want to, like, jump off my shield, I will absolutely, like, kind of hide behind my shield, and I will, as I shove you off, I also underhanded, like, throw Scalpel, which is my spirit weapon. It's my hallowed axe. And I will make an attack from that, and also it will kind of come back to me, but in the, like, boomerang, like, effect of it, it will also hit somebody on the way back, too.
But that's fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for knowing
both of you
to jump off your shield.
Of course.
So both of you make the appropriate action roll. If you are adding any hope to this, or if you're adding any experience to this, let me know before you roll. And then of the 2 of you, you can choose which role you would like to take, because someone spent 3 hope to do this tag team.
Oh yeah, can we split the hope? Actually, no,
you can't.
I want to spend it because as a seraph, I rolled 2d4, and one of them was a 4, and I would love to spend 3 hope now, so I can have basically full hope after this too.
Okay, so you spend 3 hope to activate the tag team.
Cool. I do that.
And then both of you are making action rolls to see if this succeeds.
I got a 14 with hope.
14 with hope.
I 8 with fear, so we'll use yours.
Okay. So it sounds like we're going to go with the 14 with hope. So you both will take a hope from this. Okay. And 14 does beat the wind person's difficulty, especially because you also see that Camellia has reduced their difficulty with her ability, and it also hits the person next to him. So it also hits the bandit 1. So you can roll all of your damage. So against the wind guy, all of that damage will go to the wind guy, and then Weichel, your other damage from hitting the other person also affects them.
Okay. Yosemite Mike, which our rules hero, has said that the initiating tag team member has to spend the hope. So we'll just say that I initiated it.
Yes, and and there's no you initiated, and there's no like splitting up of the 3. You have to have 3 to activate it.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I had planned.
I got 7 physical damage to the wind guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then because I'm dealing damage to them, they must also mark a stress.
I'll mark a stress for the wind guy.
As I jumped off Dr. Weichel's shield.
So in this instance of damage, we have done 7 total damage first, but it will be combined instance of damage to the wind guy. So let me know what your divine wielder damage is from your holy weapon.
I rolled really shitty. That's 3 magical damage.
So for a total of 10 magical damage, you see that does beat their major threshold. Already looking pretty beaten. You can tell that like with these attacks, especially with Mud's attack, pretty weakened. You can tell that this next attack is going to take them down. If you would like that to be non-lethal, you can let me know. Or if you would like it to be lethal damage, you can also let me know.
Oh, it's non-lethal for me.
Okay. So what does it look like as this person absolutely gets hit upside the head and knocked out? As the wind guy gets knocked out.
I'm run up. We've done this before, Dr. Weichel.
Ooh, yeah.
I run up. Like I do like a fake out. Like I make it look like I'm gonna attack Wind Guy as I'm running by him, but I don't. I just slide down and then jump up onto Dr. Weichel's shield for him to launch me back at this Wind Guy, and I'm gonna come at him with like the blunt side of my dagger.
Yeah, lovely. So you knock that guy out, and you see as the blade, as the scalpel goes around you, it hits him, allowing you to deal the rest of the damage to knock him out. And you see it deals a hit point worth of damage. It deals a hit point to Bandit 1, the kind of leader of this group, as you kind of hit him as it comes back to you. That's a success with hope. The spotlight is still yours.
I think I roll for the other guy too. The damage.
Yeah, I don't know if you roll the damage or if it's the same attack roll and the same damage instance for both.
Oh, to target an additional adversary within range with the same attack roll. I don't know if it means the same damage roll.
It would be the same. It would be the same damage for both.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you also deal 3 magical damage to that person. The bandit leader kind of marks a hit point, or definitely marks a hit point there. You see he is also looking kind of like bloodied at this point.
Okay.
Looks like he's over half of his hit points that have been marked. That's a success with hope.
I rolled to avoid the stress of doing the double damage thing, and I failed, so now I have 2 stress.
Okay, yeah, you got some stress.
No.
I'm stressed.
Who would like to do something?
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the air guy is like, is he like kind of being held down? I missed a bunch because I was trying to read my character sheet.
No, all good.
Sorry.
You see the air guy by this tag team was knocked out by mud as he hits him upside the head with the blunt end of his dagger.
Okay, cool.
When we come back to this in 2 weeks, we're going to be such pros at this game.
Yeah. No, yeah, we're killing it right now. This is a fun,
learn
silly
the
scene.
rules.
Okay. I just want to ask them, like, guys, what is your deals? Like, we can stop beating up on you if you just tell us what's going on.
Yeah,
great
I
question.
feel like we have the upper hand now.
Sorry,
Exactly.
Les. Coin's coin. We're gonna do our job. You're gonna do yours. Whoever ends up on top, that's just how life works.
I'm sure someone hired you, but perhaps we can hash out a deal.
Yes, the
Does that
jagged
deal come with
daggers are...
coin?
It can. We can again hash out some details. How much were you paid?
I will ask for a presence roll here, and whoever would like to can help. So between Camellia and Jelly, who would like to make the presence roll, and if anyone would like to help, they may. If either of you.
I have advantage on rolls to consort with nobles, negotiate prices, or leverage your reputation to get what I want.
Negotiate
Okay.
prices?
Yeah,
I will say
because I'm highborn.
I will say because you can normally add advantage to this, I will say without having to spend a hope, you can give advantage to Jelly who began this roll, who kind of started it out. And she's got a higher presence anyway, too.
Gotcha.
So you may roll a presence roll with advantage. And if you have any relevant experience to add, you may do that as well.
It's with a D6.
Mm-hmm. So you can add a D6 to this.
Ooh, okay. Oof. That is going to be... is a 12 with fear. A little nervous.
A
while I'm
12
doing
with
this.
fear. I will take a fear for that. That will be actually their difficulty is 12, so meets it beats it. So you say the kind of conflict here has not stalled, or it has stalled for the moment, but like they are still brandishing their knives. They are still looking intimidating in this alley. One of their people has been dropped unconscious, but right now it is 4 plus a pig versus 3 looking like veteran hardened bandits. What would you guys like to do here as that? So that comes to you. Oh, sorry, it will come to me then. I will say because you rolled with
who
fear.
hired you guys? Hired you.
We get paid too much coin to be revealing information about our employers.
Right, but like, could at least reveal how much they paid you so we could pay you more?
And you see, like, one of them goes to, like, whisper to the other, like, we should just tell her how much we got paid so we can get paid double. No, triple. No, quadruple.
You're not really good at whispering, are you?
Oh, shit. Oh, they can hear us. Oh, damn. This alley echoes. And as the bandits are kind of, like, consorting amongst each other, they say, no, we can't let her. And you'll see the leader says, enough of this. You see the other two are trying to go for the coin, but the leader is a little bit more involved with this. So you see he will call down to the other two as I activate my adversaries here. You see two of those. He's going to say, get him! The ones that were higher up are going to drop down. And they're going to make attack rolls. Let's see. I get to add a d10 to this if they succeed. So one is going to make an attack roll against you, Mud. That is a 16.
Yes.
So because of that, they deal 1d10 damage.
Oh no.
Plus 1. 1. So you are dealt 2 physical damage as one
have
comes
4
down
armor.
on top of you. So if you so you have armor, right? So if you're
Yes.
taking this damage, right now you would be marking a hit point. If you would like to mark an armor slot, you can mark that to 0 hit points.
Let's do that.
So you mark an armor slot, and
I will
his
actually
dagger.
jump in the way. I am your shield. When an ally within very close range would take damage, you can mark a stress to stand in the way and mark yourself the target. Since I have more armor, I'm happy to take that for you.
Yeah, so you take that 2 damage instead. Are you going to mark an armor?
Yeah, I'll mark an armor and not take anything.
Yeah, so how does this jagged knife, as it comes down from 20 feet, how does it dig into your armor and reduce your defense a little bit?
Yeah, I think I just, like, shove my shield up as he comes down. And I think I just talk shit. I say, like, oh, jagged daggers, nothing more than petty, bounty hunters, it seems. Don't you have any honor?
Scalpels are so much scarier.
Love this.
He says, honor this, as the other one comes down to stab at Jelly, as he's coming down as well.
Oh.
Jelly, that is going to be an 8 to hit, as I spend a fear to add their thief experience to this. Does an 8 hit?
Evasion is 11.
Does not. So they just kind of like fully miss you. As the leader goes, oh, come on! And he, for his turn, is going to... I'm going to mark a stress, and they are going to curse Mud. You see this one has, like, the leader has, like, a little bit of, like, magical ability to him.
Stop it!
And you are going to be cursed. So when you roll with hope, next time, Mud, it will instead be with fear.
So both my dice are fear?
No, it's just when you do roll with hope, it will instead be fear. So it would basically come back to me even though you roll with hope. So you are cursed by him at this moment. That's his feature. He is going to then make an attack up to 3 targets within very close range, which I have at least 3 of you right now.
Can I unleash chaos?
Not before his turn is over, unless it's an ability that you have that doesn't require a roll.
It doesn't roll.
Okay, so then we'll finish his thing up here. So I'm going to spend my last fear to add his +2 to this, and I'm going to make an attack against Mud, Jelly, and Michael or Weichel.
Thank you.
Oof, that is a big miss. Damage to targets that have succeeded against. No, he completely fails against all of you. You see as he throws out his hands, there are like green, kind of like bolts of energy that go out for all of you. And before they can even get there, they just kind of like dissipate. And he's just kind of like, sorry, performance issues. And that will be their activation.
We have a tea for that. If you're willing to spend the coin.
And you see like they're
It
kind of like
works quite
looking
well.
around at each other. They're kind of like, nothing's working. What do we do, boss? And they're all kind of confused. In this moment of confusion, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna unleash chaos on this motherfucker that just tried to curse my guy.
Yes, the Jagged Knife Hexer.
All right, so I make a
Cool.
spellcast roll. That's these guys, right? Those
Mhm.
two. So that it. Oh, that's so.
I also want to say I had to mark a stress to protect you, but I rolled a 6, so I didn't mark that stress.
Yeah.
You did mark that stress. Which one's hope and which one's fear?
Close here.
Okay.
So I dropped it.
Fear balls are fun.
That is 17
Plus your
plus
spellcast.
2. So 19.
19 with hope succeeds. You can take a hope
Gosh.
Nice.
and you
Wow.
succeed with what you're doing.
So I take I have 2 tokens out, which means I can take 2 d10s, and that's how much damage I hit.
Okay.
That's
My
a lot of
gosh.
damage.
Understand.
4.
So it's a 10, so 14.
14.
And
And then I mark a stress because that hurt me. a little
You
bit.
think it was
Stress.
4 plus 0?
Oh, you only have to do that
I
if,
did.
if you want
Hell
to
yeah.
replenish your 2
Classic.
tokens.
Oh, okay.
Everyone
So
makes
you
that
deal-
mistake. That's awesome.
You deal this person's max. That is their severe threshold. That is exactly their severe threshold. So you see that they are dealt 3 hit points, and this Jagged Knife Hexer is also. Are you going for
I have
lethal?
something to say as
Are you?
well.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, to them, but yeah, well, you can finish.
As you're unleashing your chaos, are you trying to knock them out, or are you trying to kill them?
I'm trying to knock them out. I think.
Okay. So you what does it look like as you knock this bandit leader out?
Unleash chaos. It's like a wave of like really like temperature wise like hot energy,
Mhm.
and it looks like it kind of looks like that and I'm flying, so I'm just like, you know.
Yeah. So like a wave of like
Yeah,
heat.
a heat wave. And then I say, we obviously have the advantage and we know your faces. So you must tell us who you're working for and how much they paid you. Otherwise, you will never get hired in this city again.
Ooh.
Because I know a people.
So the other 2 who are kind of like the lackeys here with 2 of these bandits knocked out, they just kind of like are looking to each other. Well, we was just hired to do this one, so.
Yeah, by who? Idiot.
Well, we don't. You knocked out the boss. The boss was hired. We're just kind of like freelancers.
Right. Do you have a note, a letter, some symbol, even? You just like woke up and
receipt?
decided to take this, like a receipt? Anything.
We don't have nothing on
A
us,
name?
but the boss might. If you give us lots of coin, right? And you see like the other one like jabs the other one. If you give us lots of coin, we can tell you what the boss was hired to do.
I'm gonna go through the boss's pockets.
I was gonna want to tie up the air guy.
You see as you're starting
one
to,
of them is the boss.
They're like holding you back. The boss is knocked out, and the wind kind of person, the stalker, is also knocked out. And now you're just kind of like facing these other 2 bandit lackeys, and they're trying to like juice this situation for all it's worth. But they're like kind of like standing over the boss, like trying to look intimidating. It's like, oh, we're not gonna let you touch the boss's pockets.
Lads, do you really think that this job is worth not ever being hired ever again in the city?
You can make a presence roll, and if you would like to add one of your experiences to do so, you can to kind of like leverage the situation. I think. Was one of
Well,
yours.
is it an experience
would-
or is it just my privilege? I have advantage on the rolls.
Then you would have advantage on this.
Okay, so that means I get to roll twice.
Can I
No,
aid so
it
she
means-
doesn't have to spend it?
So it's not a spend. It's just it's a trait of her
Highborn.
highborn.
Like I'm using my reputation.
So you would be adding help to this, but she already gets help on this. So you can add. You're rolling your 2d12.
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
adding a d6.
Very cool.
You're adding that.
I'll, like go through his
Jesus
pockets while I tie him up. The airkin guy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Yeah,
We'll take.
that's what I was
So
thinking.
8 plus 9.
So 9 plus your presence, which is 0. Are you adding any experience to this?
Sure. I know the T, so I'll add 2 experience.
So you spend a hope and you add 2 to this, so 9, 11. 11 is not going to meet their difficulty.
God damn it!
You see, like, no,
wait, is there
we
anything
thought
else
we
we
can
can
make
do?
a little. No, there's nothing else you can do here. And you rolled with fear on that one, so
Oh,
I'm going to
no.
take a fear. And your consequences for this are the one of them kind of like looks down at like a pouch on the boss's side. That's where he keeps all his receipts. Grab it. And one of them grabs the pouch and begins to like run. And the other one kind of like brandishes his knife, and he stands in the way as one begins to run away. This is not over.
I'm still flying. Can I do a rain of blades on the guy that's running away?
You rolled with fear, so it's going to be my activation. So one of them pulls the pouch and begins to run away. Any creature on their turn can get up to far range. He's going to make an agility roll to try to get to very far range because he's just sprinting. So I make an agility roll here, and I'm going to spend a fear because he's a thief, so he knows how to...
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I have my prayer dice. It was an 11, right?
I will say we are past it at this moment. I know it's our first one, but because the action continued...
Chris.
I know, it's good. I would normally let that happen, but because the action continued to roll on, they are going to still run away.
I'm going to use my hope dice to raise my hope by 4 then. It doesn't affect this action.
So you see, with a 19, the one that grabs the pouch gets to very far range, so they are beyond like 30 feet at this point. So they have started to run away. They've gotten to the end. I'll say they've gotten to the end of this alley, and they haven't like taken a left or a right yet, but they are getting further away from you. With that one, on a success, the other one is going to just try to take a stab at you because you look like you're trying to do something, Weichel. One of them is going to try to take a stab at you. Does a 17 hit your threshold?
Yeah, sure do.
Hit your evasion. So they get to roll to stab. Oops, shit, balls. Sorry, I'm going to steal this. So they do 3 points of physical damage to you as he gets you with his dagger. Would you like to mark a hit point or reduce it with armor?
I'll do another armor.
You do another armor slot. You kind of like shinks off of your shield, and the attack does not land. But it is up to you now because these are the only two that are away. These are the only two that are up, and they've both taken an action.
The one that took the receipt bag.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make that one my focus now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that takes another hope.
Yeah, what does it say the ability activates with?
Spend a hope and make an attack against a target on a success, all that stuff. Until this feature ends, or you make a different creature your focus.
Okay, so make an attack. Or yeah, you can't just make them your focus.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make that one my focus.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look to Twig. I'm gonna jump on Twig's back, and we are going to chase this guy down.
Okay.
Nice.
I will say because they are out of range right now, you know where they are, but if you're trying to catch up with them, your action would be to make an agility roll to do this.
Cool. And because they're now my focus, because they are my focus, I know precisely what direction they are in because I'm a ranger.
Yes, yeah, they haven't taken a left or a right yet, so you've still got them dead to rights here in this alley. So make an agility roll for me.
I rolled 2 4s.
That's a crit, baby. So on a crit, with our first crit, you may gain 1 hope, and if you have a stress, you may clear 1 stress.
I have no stress.
So that succeeds wildly, and you are able, I will say with this, you are able to kind of like catch up to them, and on a crit, you can kind of like wheel around them just as they're about to come out of the alley, and kind of block off their exit. You have this guy cornered in the alley now.
I look at him, I'm like, not so fast, wise guy.
Whoa, hey, we don't want no trouble or nothing. And you see he's got like the bag in kind of like one hand.
You don't want any trouble when you started this? Okay.
Oh shit, no, sorry, you're right, I'm a bandit. We do want trouble, we just don't want like trouble against us is the thing.
Just want to get paid for it.
Yeah. I mean, you started this, so...
Yeah, I got like kids to feed. No, he doesn't. He's got a gambling habit to feed.
Can I like fly and like be behind air guy?
I'll say with your normal movement, you would be, or you're already close to the air guy right now.
Oh, okay.
Because he was recently knocked unconscious within melee.
Is the pouch thing in his hand?
The pouch thing is within the guy's hand that Danny just chased down. That Mud just chased down with Twig.
Can I get my dual staff and like whack at his hand?
Hey,
Is it like out at all?
So you can make an agility roll to catch up with them. If you make an agility,
I'm flying.
yes, because you can only move beyond far range, but he moved into very far range on his turn.
So burpy.
So 2, 11, 13,
13.
plus your agility.
0.
Which is 0. 13 does beat his difficulty, so you are able to catch up with them. So you're there. That's your roll. Are you going to try to hit him?
I want to hit him with my dual staff.
To try to hit the thing out of his hand. Go ahead. That's an 8. What is your stat? What do you add with your staff?
+2.
Plus 2. So 10.
Yeah.
10 does not succeed against this. So you go to he goes like, oh yeah, whoa, not so fast. This is our property. What do you think? You can just, oh, now I see the dilemma with our line of work. Okay, I see. You probably don't want things just taken from you. I see that now. As a bandit, I will probably have a lot of introspection to do after this. But right now, I can't just give you my boss's bag of receipts.
What if I pay you?
What does anybody else? Yeah, anybody else would like to make a move here?
I would like to I get down and start tying up the airkin. As I'm doing that, be like, hey guys, I really feel like we're doing a good job here though. Even though things seem kind of rough there for a second, I really think we're doing good. We're doing good things.
I will say, as you go to touch his hands, you notice that there is some sort of magical glamour over him, and he is not the same size and shape that he appears to be as this kind of earth, as this kind of windkin. You notice that where you kind of do feel along his body, this feels much more like the body of a gnome rather than a medium-sized creature.
That's very interesting, and I find it.
And you kind of feel down, and you do feel hands at some point, but it's basically you're tying his elbows together, which are this gnome's wrists.
Okay, that's very interesting. And that while I'm also using my rally class feature, so I can per session rally my allies, and my rally die is a d6, so I can send my rally die to roll it, adding result to their. You can add it to.
So everybody just gets a d6.
It's a d6, yes.
Cool.
Right. Okay, cool. It's like a bardic inspiration.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So he's tied up, hopefully.
Yeah, you have this. You have the windfolk tied up. You have one of them kind of still brandishing his knife, but looking back and forth to see what would happen. I will say the violence has stalled here, and you have this guy cornered. But what is anybody doing to try to get that information off of him?
I mean, I just want to reach for his hand. Can I just look at him? With Twig, to just kind of scary pig sounds, and kind of nudge him, and I'll reach up for his hand and grab this receipt bag.
You're doing that. Can I make a where is it? Minor illusion, to make a second Twig that I'm making scary pig noises at him.
So it would be an action roll. So if you're trying to do this concurrently, you would have to spend 3 hope to do a team roll, a team up roll.
I can just do this on my own.
You can, but he is also currently doing something. So if you would like to aid this, you can spend a hope to try to give advantage to this.
Spend a hope. Okay.
Yeah.
And then do that too.
Yeah, not do this too, but just spend a hope to try to give advantage.
Oh, okay, I'll do that instead.
Okay, so how are you helping?
Do you have
this
a lot
situation?
of hope? Because I'm overflowing on hope. I can use my hope instead.
Oh, I have 2 hope.
Yeah, I'm at 6 hopes.
With hope.
I'm at 6 hopes, so I will.
0. I'm at 0 hope.
Michael, how are you going to help? How are you going to help Mud get this bag of receipts off this guy?
Yeah, I think Dr. Weichel is just slowly approaching. He's got rubber gloves that he's just snapping onto his hands. He's like, it seems we're going to have to do this the hard way.
Ooh,
I love that. That's so good.
Since he can kind of control his hallowed axe without touching it, it's also just kind of floating in front of him as he's looking super gross and intimidating.
I don't know if you're Beast. I don't know if if Twig has different stats than you, but you can use your or Twig's presence roll for this mud. So you can make a presence roll with advantage. You get to add a d6 to this.
Cool.
Yes.
I have subtracted the vote.
Twig uses mine. Uh, 14. 20 with fear.
20 with fear. I will take a fear for that. But you do see, as you are able to kind of like, he's like turning around to hear the snapping latex gloves behind him, and as he does, you just dart down and like grab the bag out of his hand, and you see as you open it, there's only one thing in there. It is like a tiny scroll that is kind of like bound up. And where the fear comes into this, as you unravel it, you see at the bottom of this note, the first thing that sticks out before you read anything else is the crest of the former sovereign of this kingdom. One who you know
Who died.
you have some sort of history with.
Mysterious
And
circumstances.
and it is not like of that sovereign who died. It is like the house of that sovereign who died. In this note details the sovereign's will was sent by courier. The courier had a pig with him, but the message never arrived.
I've got your number.
Dang it.
So they've been going to this concert specifically because they know you're a friend of Jelly, and they're not stalking Jelly. They were trying to get to you.
Oh,
This
no.
feels like the person who... What? Oh my... So the person who killed the old sovereign, the next in line, if anyone knew, would be a terrible person. And so you prevented that person by obfuscating the actual means of death.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So there's a very important package from the former sovereign that never arrived, and they know that you were the last person who had it.
Read this book.
And these are just bandits. These are just lackeys sent to pick up a package, much like you. But I think that's on that note, you succeeded with fear. You feel like your spine, you are just like cold to the core, as you realize your secret that you thought only you knew, and someone else knew, is very widely known to those who would benefit from it.
Here's the thing about secrets. You tell one person, the whole world knows. That's why you don't tell them.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's where we'll end it. As you see, these bandits are just kind of like, oh, we were just kind of paid to do this.
Before we go, I'm going to spend my last Seraph die, and I just look to Jelly Bean, and I say, You did well. You did excellently. It's fine. And you get 1 hope.
Nice.
I just didn't want it to go to waste. Sorry.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, in between sessions, you guys hold on to hope. I also hold on to my fear, I believe. And yeah. So I mean, that's where we'll end it. That's just a quick little scene. But I wanted to tie some of our connections together into that. But yeah, I mean, that's Daggerheart. I didn't get to do as much damage to you guys as I wanted to, just because y'all kept rolling so damn well. But typically the way the spotlight shifts is if you guys fail a roll or roll with fear, then it comes to me. Like, part of that consequence is that, like, it comes to my activation. But if at any point I wanted to jump in, all I have to do is, like, spend a fear to activate somebody.
It's, I feel like I have to, D5E my brain. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same thing when I play like Monster of the Week and stuff. My brain is just like, let me roll initiative, let me do my rolls and all this kind of stuff, and so it's just like having to make an adjustment to the rhythm.
Yes, and this is definitely more free flowing. So it's like, well, you guys are able to jump in and do things, but there's still like a little, like, a bit of an order of operations that still happens.
That's how I felt like when I was like Oh, I just did so much just now. I'm not going to go again because like I can't. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh wait,
yeah.
I can actually.
You can like
I can.
if it really was up to everybody else, like if you were like fighting one person like 1v1, it could just be you after you after you after you, and people can like help. So like things like abilities, things that don't require an action roll, they're not considered a turn. You can just always do those things. So like taking a potion, you can always just kind of do that.
Yeah.
Unless somebody recently failed or rolled with fear, then it comes back to the GM for the spotlight. But other than that, like it's a very free-flowing action economy type of thing
So
between everybody.
the turn change really happens like when somebody rolls with fear and then it goes to you.
Fear or fails, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, he can interject with fear, but it's also more efficient for him to just wait until somebody rolls with fear.
Yeah. I had a game question.
Yeah.
What are these cards that like I don't have? Like check for raw power. Domain card. What is that?
Oh, so I mean, I guess we probably should have gotten into that. There's like a whole aspect to this game that we didn't really cover. When you take your first level, you take 2 domain cards, and I don't know if everybody did that as part of the character creation. So you have real quick in Daggerheart, you have 2 domains. Each class has their 2 domains. So for like a sorcerer, you have Arcana and Midnight. So those are your 2 domains. You can take 1 card from each, or you can take 2 from one. But at level 1, you have 2 domain cards in your loadout.
Is that what that is? These 2?
Yes, you did take them. Yes, you have Unleash Chaos and Rain of Blades. So those are your 2 cards.
So happy.
Because these are your domain effects.
That was my thing that let me re-roll, or like let you re-roll.
Yeah,
and then my
the
other
I am
thing
your
where
shield
I took damage
thing.
for Danny. Yeah.
Yeah, I am your shield is a Valor card, so like a Guardian could use I am your shield, or a Seraph can use I am your shield, because they both share the domain of Valor. So it's a little bit more involved, but yeah, it's built into the character creation process, which is like why I had you guys go through it before. So I think you guys did pick those domain cards during that character creation process. But
This is like the choosing your spell. So
yeah, and then every time you level up, you are able to grab 2 more domain cards. From either domain or only 1 domain. And then once you have 5 cards in your loadout, you can only have 5. You can only have up to 5 cards in your loadout, not including your ancestries and your other like community stuff or your class stuff. You can have up to 5. And then there's like once you go beyond that, then you have to choose which 5 you want in your loadout for that day. But every rest, you get to change which cards you have if you want to.
How do you level up?
How do you level up? So there's a very fun, quick thing. It's like built into your character sheet. There's like little tick boxes that you do at the bottom or on the back of your character sheet that say when you hit tier 2. So level 2 would be the beginning of tier 2. Tier 2 is I believe levels 2 through 4. Tier 3 is like 5 through something, and then tier 4 is like 8 through 10 or whatever. Something like that. But when you do level up, if you hit level 2, it says what you specifically do when you hit level 2, and then you get to select certain things from each box of tiers. And then once everything is kind of filled out and ticked, I think that brings you to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get to tick 2 boxes, which is like things like gain a hit point slot, gain a stress slot, increase your evasion, add +1 to 2 traits. You can add a +1 to strength and a +1 to agility, or +2 to strength. There's all kinds of fun stuff you can do.
I'm definitely gonna look at the rules more.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it for tonight.
We're gonna be pros at this in 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, it'll be great.
Experts at this.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing a lot of this at home and stuff. So there'll be a little bit more that we can do between things. But that's what we'll call for tonight. Do we have any questions in the chat that we want to jump to?
Yeah, I also want to again shout out our wonderful Bobby / Bleon, also Mayank.
Bleon,
thank you so much.
We love you, Mayank.
We love you. Also, whoever gave us all those anonymous subs, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was so
Yosemite
nice.
Mike, shout out for knowing all the rules and helping us so much. We will get better. We won't need you next week, but we would love to have you next time. Not next week.
Yes.
Might
2
still
weeks.
need you.
We might
Nice
still
to meet
need you.
My brain
Yeah.
is a sieve. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time we'll just be able to jump right into it, and I'll get to do more damage to you guys because I did 0 this time. But that's what resources are. That's what armor is and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Hey, that's called playing.
Yeah.
Anybody have any highlights, lowlights?
Thank you for joining us, Abrina.
Yeah, thanks for being a special guest, babe.
This is your first Lorecasters stream,
I
right?
played.
Other than
First Lorecaster stream. Yeah.
like Split Fiction, I think.
Fiction. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We streamed a little bit on Twitch for Split Fiction. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's my first role playing in a while.
Oh
Yeah?
my god. Thank you
Yeah,
for joining
Abrina
us
doesn't
for
get
that.
to play a ton of D&D, so yeah.
You did great. It was so fun.
Thank you. I tried.
Character
Also,
creation
this-
is always a good time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, my
yeah,
highlights
character
are
creation
absolutely just watching you guys weave your stories together with the connections questions. That's just my favorite part every time.
Look at Harlow.
Yeah, I love going into this thinking like, oh yeah, I'll make such like a nice, sweet doctor, and then ends up just being a little
So
freak.
weird.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Freakiest freak. Freakiest freak over freak.
And then the voice just like cheering. Like, was that just gonna be the voice, or just like that? the voice
That
gives,
was
like,
the voice from the beginning for sure.
Okay.
And then the sinister nature of it makes the voice even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do this the hard way. Snap, snap.
That's so good.
Oh dear.
So intimidating.
Very scary.
Yeah, I'm loving everyone's characters so far.
That's super
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah, they're very fun.
The
Little male-
questions are so good, and like figuring out like how we know each other, but then like that just adds like the depth to like
Mhm.
us. I like it.
Mhm. Yeah, we have like a Google Doc or a Google sheet that we made. Ken's and I like worked on that like basically copied all of the connections questions from things like Candela Obscura has a lot of these connections questions. I know Daggerheart does. I don't know if we have all the Daggerheart ones on there. We'll make sure we throw.
They are all on there. I don't know if
They're
all the
on
new
there.
ones. If there are
Yeah.
new ones, they're not on.
Yeah,
there,
if
but-
there's new ones, we'll add them for sure.
I feel like we've
yeah.
definitely asked each other the "Why do you hold my hand at night before Ken's?"
Yes.
That's a super
Yes.
memorable one from the playtest. Absolutely.
that one and like the secrets one.
But it's
Love a
also
secret.
fun.
Wipe your hand.
See, like we've
They're
asked that one a
past.
bunch of times. That's why it was very fun
Right, it's
to
always
answer that
different.
one in a very new way.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, that
Yes.
one has always had a completely different answer every time.
Yucky. I just want to study your musculature.
Yeah.
Musculature.
She asked you with such a sweet smile, and you're like, "I'm a freak."
I'm a physical therapist. Of course. I'm willing to help you
yeah.
in any way you need.
But you're so right, and it's so nice. My hands feel so great afterward.
Yes, I've noticed you've
I don't know.
been
I don't know.
developing tennis elbow.
You're preventing that, and I appreciate it. I just
Yes.
don't understand why you don't do this during the day.
In the light of day? Interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
Stop.
judged.
Why would you be judged? It's just a hand massage and physiotherapy.
That's a great point. Yes, there's nothing wrong about it.
But when you say it like that,
Yeah. Cool.
Oh god.
Any other highlights, lowlights, thoughts before we
Stuff
wrap
like
things
that.
up for tonight?
it's the highlight stuff like that.
Yeah, I just love character creation. It's my favorite game.
It's the best. Yeah. That's like that was the focus of this stream anyway. Not so much like the getting into this scene part, but just like the figuring out how the characters are kind of put together. That was most of the intention behind this. But I wanted to run a short little scene between us.
The scene was very
so
fun.
yeah.
Thank you, Carter.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, that was great. It was built based off of your connections. So thank you guys for being awesome.
Before running,
Yes, I will run Daggerheart anytime, any day, anywhere. I love this game, and I can't wait to play more. So we'll see you next time on Play Shift, hopefully with more Daggerheart, if not a new game, because the play's always shifting. So
shift to a new play. A new play of existence.
cool. All right, well, we'll catch you guys next time. Follow us on Patreon, follow us on socials. We're at the Lorecasters on everything, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
Laugh Lore.
Live, laugh,
Live, laugh,
lore.
lore.
Goodbye, Julia's
Yeah.
mom.
Goodbye, Julia's mom.